It's time to start the only way we know how, with the warm-up. Brought to you from our friends at Brick & Barrel. With a wonderful family atmosphere, Brick & Barrel has a beautiful beer garden and is just the place to take in a game or celebrate after. Brick & Barrel, 155 Joyner Parkway in Lincoln. The way you warm up is the way you perform. So to be the best, you gotta warm up with the best. So warm up with us as we sit down with a member of the Potters coaching staff to talk all things Potters. It's time to get loose and warm up right here on Stone's Radio Networks.
A very special Sunday edition of the warm-up. We are here not with a member of the Potters coaching staff, with a member of the front office coaching staff, Tatiana Robertson, who is, what are you exactly?
The operations coordinator.
You're the operations coordinator. Now, we got Tom Maley in here yesterday. It took me 3 years to get him up here to do the game. I think I've been chasing you about as long as I've been chasing Tom to get you up here, because I need to know what operations coordinators do.
So I am in charge of both ticketing and events here around the stadium. So any season ticket holders that want to purchase their tickets or any single game tickets, I kind of troubleshoot any problems and help people get into their seats. And then as far as the events go, getting entertainment for the games, national anthem singers, in between inning performances.
Okay, I'm getting tired listening to everything that you're doing.
It's a lot of stuff.
So obviously, whenever there's a game day, I show up like an hour before and do the game and then go home and have no idea what happened. I tend to think that maybe you work a little longer on game days, but let's start off by, what do you do during the summer when there's no Potters games? Are you doing stuff for the Potters still?
Some days I am. I am lining up my next few days so that I'm not doing
planning
all the work. Yeah,
right.
So I'm not doing all the work on game day, but there's still plenty to do on game days. Mondays I usually set up my week. I work on a Monday, set up my week, my groups, kind of everything going on, various phone calls coming in.
So you kind of have to be organized?
A little bit, yes.
Kind of the most.
Yes.
So would you say the most important part of your job is, I got to have an idea what the heck I'm supposed to be doing?
Yeah, it's a lot of spreadsheets.
And how did you, now I read, for once, Stones told me you were going to be on the show, so I actually did research because he said I had to. And you were quite the athlete in high school, a fighting zebra.
Yes.
4 sports? Or was that just a little bit of hype and it was only 3 sports?
In high school, 2 sports. I was asked at one point by the boys' football team to try out when I was at Christian Brothers. Some of the guys tried to convince me to come try out. I like my brain cells, so I declined.
Okay. Yeah, we need them for your job now, so that's good.
Yeah. But in high school, it was softball and basketball.
So sports in your blood. So did you always think that you'd get involved in this capacity with something?
I did kind of think I would follow this path somewhere down the line. I wasn't sure if it would end up as coaching or as office staff. And I kind of this job kind of fell into my lap a little bit.
Well, what do you like about it? I mean, why?
Do you love getting to
think
interact.
about going to coaching still, or are you like this?
No, I like this.
Yeah?
I do coach high school sports.
Okay.
I coach over at 12 Bridges, coach boys basketball.
The Fighting Rhinos?
The Raging Rhinos.
Raging Rhinos.
And I did coach girls last year.
I love that.
The inaugural year. So, yeah, I just, sports has always been in my blood. Started playing when I was 4. My dad was Athlete of the Year here in Sacramento in 1982. So It's kind of always just been in my life.
Well, your dad's almost as old as me, so that's pretty cool. So I see that you left for a while, but now you're back in Lincoln. So you're raising the family here? We
are, yes. We love it. My husband and I lived in Southern California for 10 years and realized we didn't need to stay there anymore. And so we weren't sure where we wanted to go. And we've always loved when I've come home to Lincoln to visit my family. And so this is where we decided to put down roots.
Fantastic. So at the end of a game, what constitutes a successful game for you? At the end of the game, how do you want to be? Obviously, you're tired, but how do you want to be feeling? What kind of feeling do you want people to have when they're leaving the game?
I want to feel like everybody had a great time when they came into the stadium. So I try to greet everyone with a nice smile. How you doing? Is this your first time? Kind of get a feel for the crowd.
Except me, you never greet me with that smile.
I give you a big hug.
Well, you do sometimes.
You do get a big hug or a nice pat on the shoulder.
That is the best part of my day. Yeah.
But just making sure that anyone who came into the stadium leaves feeling like they had the best experience possible from the time they get here to the time they leave. Especially people that are newer and this is their first game. I like to check in with them throughout the game. Hey, you guys having fun? My VIP groups, I'll go back there and check on them. And if I hear they had a nice time, that's also
good, yeah.
very successful for me.
Well, I used to think that Stones was pretty important, but I think you might even be more important than him. So people who come through the gate need to know that they probably dealing with you at some point, either getting their tickets or getting through the gate, getting greeted by you, and you're going to check on them during that. It's great to talk to you, Tatiana. Fantastic job. You do a great job.
Thank
I know
you for
I give you a lot
on.
of bad time, but you do a great job. We're really, really happy and really fortunate that we have you here.
Oh, thank you, Phantom, and thank you for having me on.
Absolutely, anytime. Tatiana Robertson, she is our, what is it, Operations Coordinator? That's a great job. We'll be back with more pregame right after this.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
Of his newfangled electronics. 0-2, here's the pitch. Another breaking ball. That's hit well to left field. Going back, forget about it. Nolan McCarthy has cleared the wall, and the Potters lead 3-0. McCarthy's third home run of the season. 16 runs batted in for Nolan now, and he just got a breaking ball that was hung up by Shu, and he did not miss it. The backstop gets him on the field somehow. 2-2 pitches hit a ton to right field. If it stays fair, it's out of here. It is gone. He got all of that one down the right field line. Chase Stanky, home run number 2. Chase got one on the end. It's not official. High in the air, left field, and hit really, really well. Going back, and forget about it. Matthew Lee, home run. Potters lead 4-0. Talk about showcase that. A 2-run blast to left field by Matthew Lee, his first of the summer. And Andrew Stapleton, the right-hander, stretches, looks over at third at Furry, who's just goofing around. Swung on, hit well to left center field. On his horse is Kenny DeSalle, still going after it, and it is out of here. It's a home run for J.T. Walden. Kenny DeSalle kept running after. We're trying to track it, and went out of here in left center field. J.T. Walden, home run number 5, and the Potters now lead. But yeah, Willie Preston, you know Willie over there, the best in the business.
I do know Willie.
That ball's
Hi, Willie.
hit deep to right field.
Another one.
Everybody's looking at it because it is gone.
It is out of here.
There you go. You should have called it.
There
Why
you
didn't
go.
I call it?
Well, we had time. That was
Trevor
beautiful.
Tashenko with his second home run of the summer, his second run bat into the day. And I don't know what it is, Miss Christina Werner, but the
They
bats
are
are going
on fire
nuts.
right
They
now.
are going nuts. And I don't think it's Spider-Man. I think it's you.
I think it is me.
I think it is you.
Yeah.
Breaking ball is hit high in the air to center
Oh,
field.
he's
and
back,
it's
back,
hit
back,
deep.
back, back.
Ucell goes all the
right
way
there.
back,
It
and
is out of here.
and forget about it. Nolan McCarthy
Gone.
over the top of the batter's eye in center field. That is an impressive
That
home run.
was a home run.
Called perfectly by Christina Werner of Fox 40.
Out of here. That was a
Coming up, Potters Baseball on Stones Radio Networks. Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
Sacrifice fly. Romanowski looks back at Furry. High fly ball, right field. Going back is Lara. Still going back, and it's off the wall. Stanky's going to go into second. Furry's rounding third. The throw is out in the outfield, so it's a double, and going to third on the misplay is Jay Stanky. Team leader and right in the heart of the lineup there at the number 3 spot. Usually playing third base. I know Ryan likes to give his regular guys a little stint at DH every once in a while to take them off the field, save their legs. Walden leading off at first base. Chase Stanky to follow. Here's Perkins pitching. It is grounded slowly to the left of third base. Bobbled at third base, picked up, gunned across the diamond, and gets him at first. Oh, no, he did not get him at first base. Furry beats it out. Close play. Arrow is behind the plate. Ryan Broman left. Coleman Schmidt in center. And Kavaris Tears is in right field. That is the lineup for the Walnut Creek Crawdads, who are probably the hottest team in the CCL right now. Their record at 10-5. Here's the pitch on the way to Chase Stanky. Line drive left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Here comes Walden. He will score. Furry is right behind him. Trey's going to score as well. That ball is thrown in, but it's going to be a 2-run double for Chase Stanky, and the Potters take a 2-1 lead. 3-1 pitch is hit well to left field. Going back is Brome. Still going back, still going back. That ball is over the fence. That's a home run. And JT doesn't know it. If I know it before he does, that is strange. JT Walden took the one he hit earlier, straightened it out, left center field, a 2-run home run to give the Potters the 6-1 lead, and he's got the flag. Stones, look at the flag he's got. He's waving the flag. I don't know where that flag came from, and I don't. He was very impressive in that at bat. But right now, it's Nolan McCarthy who singled and grounded out, so he is 1 for 2. That is hit a line drive right to the left fielder. Brum goes over, reaches up. Did he get it? No, it's down over his head. Going around second, here comes McCarthy. He's going to slide into second. He is out at second base. A great throw, high fly ball. That's well hit to left field. Brum goes back, still going back, reaches up. That ball is out of here. Brennan Roselle, the Fighting Zebra alum, pounds one to left field, and the Potters lead this one 12-3. And somehow, he's got the flag too. The flag's up here out of nowhere. Maybe somebody handed it to him. I'll give you that. A 2-run homer.
Coming up, Potters Baseball on Stones Radio Networks. Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
It was Cheech? Okay, fair enough. Breaking ball's hit well to center field. Curtis on his horse. He's going to go back into right center, make a diving try. Did he make the play? I think he did. What a catch. Tagging at second base. Chop foul. I mean, I gave him the address. He said he'd show up. He said, peace and love, I'll be there. And you know, if he says peace and love and does the two peace signs, he's got to. It's like a promise. So I'll be hanging with him, and then we'll go to the show. 2-2 pitch, call strike 3. 7th strikeout for Tonko Susak, and that'll bring up one more guy for 3 today, batting from the left side against the right-hander Martin. First pitch is line right back up the middle. Shortstop snags it. Chamiso steps on second. Double play Potters. Not really the way they drew it up, but they're going to take it as that suit, so there's no way they can. Can they? 3-2 pitch, call strike 3. Second strikeout for Anthony Perez. First one looking. That'll bring up Ryan Farr, the third baseman, as we said, also out of Cal Lutheran. Ryan Farr was the only name we had in the line. Hit field by Jarek Curtis. What a blast. Turns around and hits it to right field. I said, well, that's probably a sac fly. That thing's way out of here. And Jarek Curtis is the man of the hour. The Potters lead 4-1. Threatened once back in the second, but 2 strikeouts with 2 runners on quelled that uprising. Wyatt Tucker with 4 shutout innings. Dylan Day taking over for Tucker. 2-2 coming up to Trey. A little line drive over the first baseman's head into right field for a base hit, and that's number 113 for Trey Furry. He is now the all-time That's chopped over the mound. Shortstop going to cut it off Nunez. No, he can't get it. It's into center field for a base hit. 1 run scored. The throw to the plate for the second runner. Head first slide, and Chamiso is in there with the second run. A 2-run single for Cade Sanchez.
Coming up, Potters Baseball on Stones Radio Networks.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve, and getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Hit that one up in the air to left field. Going back is Allen. Still going back. Still going back. He runs out of room. That ball's out of here. Peyton Brennan did it again. So I don't know. Again, it's Texas, so you don't really know. That's hit out to center field, short center field. Jans is coming in. He falls down, gets up, makes the catch. And then he's going to throw. It's going to come to third. Chamiso cuts it off. The tag is applied, and I think they got him at third base. They did. And I do believe the run is scored. We'll double check and make sure. Ryan Crooner. High fly ball right field. Going back. Forget about it. A pinch hit home run for Luke Lavin. Fourth Potters home run of the game. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gaston comes down the line at the third. That's it sharply down the line at third. What a play by Furry. Gets up, throws it across the diamond on a hop to first. What a play by Trey Furry. The runner could not advance. Off first a little bit. Here's the 1-1. Line drive left field. Garrity's going back. He's still going back. Reaches up. And he can't. He got it. The throw comes in. First base relay. Double play. Garrity with an unbelievable catch that no one, including me, thought he caught because he was flying away. He jumps up, sticks the ball up in the air, gets it into the second baseman, Auden, who throws to first for the double play.
Potters fans, Potter up.
Hello and welcome to McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California for another exciting and very warm night of Lincoln Potters baseball. I'm Mark the Phantom Lowe, along with my partner, the great Stones McCoy. And tonight it's Game 2 of a 2-game weekend series between your Potters and the Menlo Park Legends. Potters took Game 1 last night 12-2 as Garrett Forrester celebrated his return to the Clay City by blasting a grand slam home run. Anthony Perez and 2 relievers combined to hold the Legends to just 7 hits as Lincoln got their 20th win of the summer and continues to sharpen their game as we approach the second half of the CCLC. season. A rare Sunday night of baseball at the Bean, and it starts with our first pitch right after this short break on the Stones Radio Networks.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats, fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California. We are having the presentation of the color guard right now. As Julia Livingstone just did a tremendous job with our national anthem, as we have a subdued crowd as the colors are being taken off the field, and then we'll just go explode into craziness because that's what we do here. Sunday night baseball at McBean. Usually Sunday night baseball starts about 6:05 when we do Sunday night baseball, but moved it back a little bit because the heat is a little bit warm here tonight, but crowds out here and they're having a great time, and it is, let's get this down off the top, Stones McCoy, it's slice night. So they have a 1 keg of slice, and I think we have enough people everybody can have one. I think everybody can have one, and that will take care of that keg. But once that keg is gone, it's done. So if you need slice, go down and get it right now because there won't be slice in here after that 1 keg is done. That's what we do on Sunday. It's Military Day as well, as we are saluting the militaries. We had the color guard come out the field. Unfortunately, Georgian Bajorgerson goes back on the field because he is, theoretically, he says he's a photographer. And the great thing is he's, Mr. Important. He was an intern, then he was a journalist, now he's a photographer. But Stones, he went out to the VIP section and got kicked out.
He did. They took one look at him and said, hey, you used to work here. You're not allowed back here. We know the rules of the park. Please leave.
Yeah, and he even had his camera around his neck.
He had his camera and his credentials.
That's a nice fake camera, sir. Go ahead. Well, Stones, I'm glad you're here because last night, whoever did the game last night, left this place in a mess.
Absolute mess.
Nothing is working. I have all these notes about things that I should have said last night, and I wasn't allowed to say, so we'll try to get to them through the night. And I'm just hoping you're going to be here to help because we're a little behind behind the 8 ball tonight.
What I'm going to try to do my best at is rein you in. That's all I'm going to try to do tonight, because from what I understand, the guy that did the broadcast last night with another guy, they had a little too much fun.
Yeah,
last night.
you don't want to see that. You don't want to see people having fun on the summer baseball, because this is serious business.
Absolutely. By the way, did you get a glimpse of social media today?
I did, in fact, see some social media.
Okay.
My rate limit was down, so I couldn't see too much.
Were you able to catch the video of you dancing while the fireworks were going on?
I saw you put something out and said, watch the small left corner or something, and I started watching it, and I saw me gyrating, or I think I was electrocuted. I picked up a live wire, and I said, I don't need to really see any more of this.
I thought that was just beautiful, and I just want to say thank you for giving us all a good and big smile to start our days today.
All I can do is my best.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I can do,
That
and I'm
Bill
glad
Walton.
I can do that. Well, we'll talk about that later. Torno Heron is on the mound as the throw from the catcher, Garrett Forster, goes, 15 feet over the second baseman's head. Let's start Sunday Night Baseball, and let's start it right now. Potter's wearing dark jerseys, white pants, dark socks, and I would say they're summer jerseys as we get ready for this one. The first hitter, Hunter Friedberg, was actually quite impressive last night. Hunter had 3 hits. 3 of the 7 hits for the Legends were by way of Hunter Friedberg, who's a graduating senior out of St. John Bosco, headed to the University of San Diego. So I think they're Toreros or whatever. They're getting themselves a good one in Hunter Friedberg. Here's the first pitch on the way from O'Hara. It's in there for a strike. Out of Rockland, California, and Stanford University, Torrin O'Hara. And I found my Stones McCoy notes about people that he put together before the season that I promptly threw away, and I've retrieved them. And I'm going to be giving you tidbits about players, or some of them anyway. He doesn't, give them all to me. That's in there for a strike, 0-2. Out of Rockland, we knew that. Rockland High School Hall of Fame. Wow, that was quick getting him in the Hall of Fame. Wow, he just got out of high school. I don't know. He must have been really good, and I can understand that. 0-2 pitches, about down the left field line, out of play. The Legends still getting their pitcher. That's Kevin Pence down there. He's still kind of loosening up, getting ready for this one. Doesn't take much to loosen you up on a day like this. I would think you throw about 3 pitches and you're going, okay, I'm ready. 0-2 on Friedberg. Swing and a miss. Held on to by Garrett Forster, so Friedberg is finally out in this 2-game series. That'll bring up Noah Zertucci. Nick Thompson will follow Zertucci. Let's take a look at the Potters' defensive alignment, if you will. It's our guy, Zach of all trades, Zach Chamiso out in left field. Tyler Garrity, the Moon Man, is in center field. Ben Romano over in right. Luke Odden at third. Chase Weisenborn, the shortstop. Cade Sanchez back in the lineup at second. Seeing Nolan Wilson out of Roseville again. He's playing first base. Garrett Forster behind the plate. Peyton Brennan, our DH, and Torno Heron on the mound. And that pitch is down low to Noah Zertucci. He's hitting .256 on the season for the Menlo Park Legends. Check swing, did he go? Evidently he did not go. Nobody asked anybody. The umpire asked the third base umpire, and we don't have one. So the coach said, no, he didn't swing. And he said, okay, which works for me. As long as you ask somebody. Doesn't really have to be somebody affiliated with the game. That fastball is on the outside corner for a strike. So it's 2-1 on Noah Zertucci. Comes to us from William and Mary, although according to my info right here, he is in the portal, the transfer portal. 2-1. That is inside. 3-1 on Noah Zertucci. Nick Thompson, Jacob Frost is hitting fourth today, the catcher for the Legends, and Ryan Lee, Alex Tolbert, Josh Quinn, Jackson Snitko, and Rowan Felsh. 3-1 pitch is chopped foul. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Noah playing at shortstop today for the Menlo Park Legends, or this evening, more appropriately. Here's the 3-2. Chopped foul again. Three and 2 on the second hitter, Noah Zertucci. Got the strikeout of Friedberg to open the game, and got a warning. Touched his hand to his mouth and then went to the ball, so he's warned. Next time, I imagine it'll be a ball. Remember, this umpire, he likes to call things. He keeps his eye peeled for stuff. And that's good. I'm glad to see it. 3-2 pitches inside and hit him. So he'll go down to first base. So Zertucci reaches. Here's Nick Thompson, the center fielder. Nick coming in at .317 on the season. Out of Cabrillo College in San Francisco State, Nick Thompson. 0 for 3 in last night's game. Did get a base on balls. Hit a couple of long fly balls in last night's game, but ended up 0 for 3. And the Potters winning that one 12-2. Anthony Perez getting the win. Garrett Forster with the grand slam home run. O'Haron's pitch is a fastball swung on and missed at 90 miles an hour. Good lead over there by Zertucci at first base. That fastball is right down the middle. 0-2 on Thompson. Jacob Frost to follow, the catcher. Just getting started here. Sunday night baseball at McBean. Potters trying to sweep the 2-game weekend series with the Menlo Park Legends and win all 5 games between the two teams this season. Swing and miss. Took something off that one. Got the second strikeout of the inning for Torrin O'Haron. That'll bring up Jacob Frost. Jacob hitting a .304. Comes to us out of Cal State East Bay. Same school that gave us Anthony Perez, yesterday's winning pitcher. Jacob 1 for 2 yesterday and scored a run, hitting .304 for the summer. Right-hand hitting catcher with Zertucci at first base. Let's see, there he goes. Now it's a bluff in the throw back to first, but he's going to get back in under the tag. So Garrett Forster came up ready to throw, but it was a bluff, and Zertucci went back in head first. I think it was a little high. No. So 0-1. So it was called a strike then. So let's see Zertucci now if he decides he's going to try his luck again. Fastball's high from O'Haron. So we have 1 ball and 1 strike on Jacob Frost. Ryan Lee, the third baseman, on deck. Followed by Alex Tolbert, Josh Quinn, Jackson Snitko, and Ron Felch. That swung on and missed. So, 1 ball, 2 strikes. See if Zertucci goes with 2 strikes on the hitter. He does not. It's chopped over to the first baseman, picked out of the air by Wilson. Goes and steps on the bag for the out. So no runs, 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the first. Legends nothing. Potters coming to bat.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the first, Potters coming up with Luke Auden and Zach Chamiso and Garrett Forster against Kevin Pence, the right-hander out of Vanguard University. And Stones, I just saw Piper walking by, and the bodyguard for Piper, the Clint Eastwood, if you will, looked a little bit. He was moving a little slow. He was not exactly. I don't know if he'd take a bullet for Piper. I really don't. I think he'd probably be willing to. He just is not moving fast enough to do it. We need to work on the conditioning for those bodyguards for our mascots because, we have some pretty big mascots coming here. You got Dinger and Crash and everybody. And if we can't, provide security, we're going to be, at a disadvantage in attracting the mascots. So here's Luke Odden hitting .333, but, Luke's on-base percentage is .600. He scored 9 runs and driven in 4. Switch hitter out of Georgia Southern University. In Scottsdale, Arizona. Luke had a couple hits in last night's game and also scored 2 runs. Potters won at 12-2. Here's Pence, big right-hander. From the stretch, fastball is outside. 1-0. Then Zach Chamiso and Garrett Forrester, the first 3 for the Potters here in the bottom of the first against Kevin Pence. Outside and high again, 2-0. Batting fourth to be Peyton Brennan. Then Nolan Wilson hitting fifth with Chase Weisman in sixth. Tyler Garrity batting seventh in center field. Ben Romano hitting eighth, and Cade Sanchez is in there at second base and batting in the number 9 spot for your Lincoln Potters. 2-0 pitches on the inside corner with a fastball. 2-1 on Luke. Pretty close to the plate from the left side against Pence. That's Sales high and outside. 3-1. Got a little cowbell action in the crowd. Crowd meandering in, kind of moving at the same pace that Piper's bodyguard is, but we're filling up a little bit in here. People just kind of sprawling out and hanging out. 3-1 pitch coming up. Ball 4. So another base on balls for Odden, who seems to specialize in them as his on-base percentage goes even higher. He is at first base, and here's Zach Chamiso. We talked to him before the game yesterday. He said Zach of all trades is a good nickname since he plays everywhere. Today he's playing in left field. He talked to us about playing left field. He's also played third, short, and second. Even pitched an inning in that big extra inning game that the Potters won at Sonoma against the Stompers. Reported on Stones Radio Network's Mixler app by Mr. Stones McCoy, although he doesn't remember much of it. Chamiso chops one back to the pitcher. Pence has he's going to go to second. He throws in the dirt. Nice play by the shortstop who gets it over to first, but not in time. And Chamiso is going to go down to second as the throw bounces past and goes in the dugout. So Zertucci made a real nice catch on a ball that was in the dirt and forced the runner at second, but his throw to first will end up being an error and allow Chamiso to go to second. So 1 out, a runner at second base. And here's Garrett Forrester. Zertucci came across the bag ready for the throw. It was to his right and down low. He reached down and made a good stab and then tried to throw it from that position to try to get Chamiso at first. It was going to be a close play. I think Zach would have probably been safe, but the ball skipped past Alex Tolbert over there. And here's Garrett Forrester, who's 2 for 4 in the season with a Grand Slam home run. He watches that one inside corner for a strike. Defensively, Alex Tolbert's at first, Josh Quinn at second. Noah Zertucci at short, Ryan Lee over at third. Hunter Friedberg out in left, Nick Thompson in center, Jackson Snitko in right, and Jacob Frost is behind the plate for the Menlo Park Legends. 0-1 on Garrett out of Fair Oaks, California. Inside corner call, strike 2. So there's going to be some discussion about where the inside corner actually is between these two, but so far the umpire winning 2-0. It's 0-2 on Forrester, who hit .340 this school season for the Oregon State Beavers. That's hit high up in the air, right center field. Thompson coming over. He's going to catch it in right center. The tag is made but bluffed as Thompson's throw is cut off by Zertucci for the second out. So Forrester flies to center. Two-way, here's Peyton Brennan. Designated hitter, Peyton Brennan, hitting .400 for the Potters. He has 2 home runs. He has 4 runs batted in, and I have a little sheet on Peyton Brennan thanks to Stones McCoy, and I will give you some information. Career .355 hitter at Rockland High School. That's pretty good. I also played basketball. So I'd like to give you these little tidbits about him because Stones went, spent all night compiling them. He's up here against Pence. Fastball is a little bit outside for a ball, 1-0. Peyton followed by Nolan Wilson in the Potters lineup today. Potters have tomorrow off. We're back on Tuesday, of course. More info about that to come. There's fireworks. There's jersey auctions. There's all kinds of stuff going on Tuesday. But we're in the here and we're in the now. Brendan Walker said Dad go outside, and the ball's dropped by Frost, but quickly locates it. 2 balls and no strikes. Chamiso at second base, 2 outs here. Brendan takes that one high and outside. Brendan waits for Pence, checks out Chamiso. Bertucci comes in behind him. Swings and fouls that one at the plate. Believe it's 3-1. Yes, it is. 3-1 on Brennan. Two outs, bottom of the first. Brennan swings and misses. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Peyton. He had visions of that going over the dueling dog sign in right field. Unfortunately, the dueling dog sign doesn't have the dueling dogs on it. That's my favorite part of the sign. Fouled back to the screen, so he'll stay alive again. Peyton Brennan, 3 balls and 2 strikes. I think last night somebody said something about a beer for dogs, and that's when I checked out, I think. Oh, so people can see that? Wow. In the lower left-hand corner on occasion. Fastball, call strike 3. So no runs, no hits, 1 left. We go to the second inning. Menlo Park nothing and Lincoln nothing.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the second inning, Sunday Night Baseball at the Bean. Potters and the Menlo Park Legends. Legends will send up Ryan Lee, Alex Tolbert, and Josh Quinn here in the second inning against Torrin O'Hare, who had 2 strikeouts in the first inning, allowed 1 base runner on a hit by pitch on a full count. Lee comes in at 375 out of UC Davis, playing third base, and he laces that one down the left field line. That's a fair ball. That's going to get all the way down to the fence, and Lee will round first and cruise into second. Picked up by Zach Chamiso out there. He gets back into the infield, but it's a clean double for Ryan Lee. First hit of the game for either ball club goes to Ryan Lee, and he's at second with nobody out, and Alex Tolbert coming to the plate. Alex out of the University of Jamestown, but he's also in the portal, according to my information, hitting .243 for the Legends. I think Alex was in the game last night. If he did, he did come in and had one appearance and grounded out to second base. Hit a sharp grounder out towards second base late in that game. Well, he's up here now against O'Haron. He fouls it back to the screen. That one at 90 miles an hour from Torrin. Lee getting a pretty good lead out at second base. Sanchez semi-shadowing in there just to keep in his mind as he dances up. Here's the 0-1. Tober hits a line drive right at the third baseman. Nice play at third base by Luke Odden. That is a tough play under any circumstances with that sun bearing down on you. It's almost impossible, but he gets right on a shot that Tober hit, which was a bullet, and he is retired on a line drive to third base. One out, and here's Josh Quinn. 2 balls hit very well by the Legends here in the second off Torrin O'Haron. First the double by Lee, and then the line drive by Tolbert. And again, it's hard to estimate the degree of difficulty on that play for Luke Odden over there at third base. But he made it, and a good thing for the Potters that he did. Here's Quinn hitting .308 on the summer. Takes a fastball inside for a ball. Josh is out of Cal Lutheran down in Southern California. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander Torrin O'Haron. Good-looking group down in the VIP down there in the Kiln. You always got people in the Kiln because it's just a great place to watch a game from. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the outside corner for Torrin O'Haron. I'm sure there's some chatty Potters down there that, talk, over the fence to the fans and stuff. I'm sure you can strike up some conversations down there. It's a great place to watch a game from. Breaking ball is a little bit high. Grassy knoll not quite so populated. It's not a great time to be on the grassy knoll right now. Probably as the sun goes down a little bit, you kind of move on over there. But right now it's probably not the best place. Although we'll see people there on Tuesday night when the 4th of July celebration. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 91 from Torrin. 2-2 now on Josh Quinn. 0 for 3 in last night's game for Josh. Had a line out, a fly out, and a strikeout. Right-handed hitter out of Cal Lutheran. He's got Ryan Lee out on second base. O'Haron working with new catcher Garrett Forrester. Fastball just misses that outside corner. That one jumped up to 93 for Torrin O'Haron. But now a full count on Quinn. Jackson Snitko on deck. Cowbells coming out 3-2. I like that. I like that very much. Swing and a miss on a fastball inside corner, 92 from O'Haron. He gets his third strikeout. 2 outs here in the second. That'll bring up Jackson Snitko. Jackson playing out in right field today for the Menlo Park Legends. Comes to us. He thinks he comes to us from San Francisco State, but he's not sure yet. So he's tentatively committed to San Francisco State, but it's not set in stone. Hitting .188 on the summer, left-handed hitting right fielder. Ryan Lee's still out at second base. He fouls that one back over the top of the screen. Quickly 0-1 on Jackson. Park Legends wearing their black jerseys with green numbers outlined in white. Kind of sharp. I like it. It's a snappy look. This time it is the shortstop Weisenborn trying to keep Ryan Lee close over at second base with a left-hander up. That's in there for a strike. Took something off that at 82, did Torrin O'Haron. He's quickly ahead of Snitko 0-2. Ryan Lee opened the inning with a double down the left field line, then a line out by Alex Tolbert. Josh Quinn struck out, and it's 0-2 now on Snitko. Fastball misses outside. Good waste pitch by Torrin O'Haron. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Potters won Thursday night against Sonoma, then Friday against West Coast Kings, Menlo yesterday, trying to make it 4 in a row before a break, and then they return to CCL action, and except for a trip up to Medford in a couple of weeks, they'll be playing CCL games all the rest of July. They stand at 9-9 in conference play. We'll go over the CCL scoreboard a little bit later in the ball game. A couple of games on the schedule. There goes the runner. The ball is fouled back as Lee got a good jump, but Snitko has to go after anything that looks good. Three balls and 2 strikes on Jackson Snitko. Rowan Felch, the number 9 hitter, is on deck. There, it's in there, call strike 3. So Heron gets 2 more strikeouts, gives up 1 hit in the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Legends nothing, Potters nothing.
Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. You're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Tough Sunday night for Piper in the race. Just beat one person. I say people, they're barely just formed as people. Some of them didn't even have shoes on, and they still came out and they just waxed Piper. Although he may be resting for Tuesday's race. That's big time, big crowd and everything on Tuesday. So I'm going to give Piper the benefit of the doubt, but a little bit disappointing on their performance. Nolan Wilson, Chase Weissenborn, Tyler Garrity will be the first 3 hitters for the Potters here in the bottom of the second against Kevin Pence, who gave up a walk in the first inning and got a strikeout against Peyton Brennan to end the inning. Nolan Wilson, 308 on the summer, a home run. He's driven in 6. He's out of Roseville, California, which is just nearby. And he also is from the University of Nevada, Reno. Right-hander Kevin Pence getting ready to start off the bottom of the second. Here's Nolan Wilson. Weisenborn to follow, then Garrity. Pence works from the stretch. Nolan, as we said, 308 on the summer. Chops that one foul, an off-speed pitch from Pence. 0-1. Interesting look. Is that JoJo out there sporting the cowboy hat, the red, white, and blue cowboy hat? He's on foul ball retrieval duty today. He just kind of was styling more than running after it, I think. And he got that goes a long way right there. Wilson takes outside, off-speed pitch from Pence. 1-1 on Nolan. Potters off tomorrow. Tuesday, of course, the big 4th of July extravaganza. Then a day off on Wednesday. Then we take on the Admirals again. Play the Admirals Tuesday and Thursday. Wilson swings and misses. Took something off that one. Elsewhere in the CCL today, it was Walnut Creek coming back from a big deficit. They beat the Bay Area Admirals 12-10. And it was the Healdsburg Prune Packers on top of Sonoma. They beat the Stompers 6-4. So that's CCL North action. Healdsburg in first place. Swing and a miss by Wilson. He's down on strikes. Another off-speed pitch from Pence. Second strikeout for Kevin Pence, and here's Chase Weisenborn, the shortstop, hitting at .238. Comes to us out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. After the game on Thursday, the Potters head in the van and go up to Medford to take on the Rogues on the 7th, 8th, and 9th, and they're off for 4 days for the CCL Exhibition All-Star Game until they return to action on the 14th on the road at the Crawdads, and then they're back here against the Crawdads on the 15th. Weisenborn, 1 ball and no strikes. Takes that one on the inside corner. Call strike, 1-1. I've got this umpire pretty much figured out now. I can always go on the inside corner. I can tell the body language. I know what it's going to do. Pretty close. Weisenborn hits it sharply down the first base line. That's a fair ball. It pops off the corner of the infield. It goes on to right field, and Weisenborn never stopped. He's going to get into second with a double. Hit it right down the first base line. Tobert was in position, but I think it had the edge of the turf there and popped over his shoulder. And good job by Chase Weisenborn to keep moving. And he went out and picked up a double. First hit of the game for the Potters. Chase is in scoring position, and that'll bring up Tyler Garrity, the center fielder. Tyler hitting .273 with 12 runs batted in. And Tyler Garrity, as I was informed today, I've been saying, well, I can't find Seneca, California. There's a reason for that, Stones. Seneca isn't in California. It's in Kansas. And you were supposed to know that and tell me. I got a text today as I was coming to the ballpark. It gave me the information and said, don't forget it or something. Very ominous tone. So I was a little bit shaky. I came in and said, he's from Kansas and don't forget it. Hey, I think his mom called in to correct it, and I appreciate that very much. But I don't think that they should have communicated it to me in that manner. A threatening text? Come on. 0-1 to Tyler. Inside for a ball, 1-1. So we're happy to iron that out. But whoo. Seneca, Kansas, and the University of Kansas, and that makes sense geographically when you think about it. If it's not California, it's probably going to be Kansas. And Willie said he told me 2 weeks ago. But he likes to say that kind of stuff. That's hit down the left field line foul. He likes to say that just to mess with me. Now we've got a little bit of, if you look at your screen, almost in the middle at the top, it's a little K-zone action up there. It's in the experimental stages. You know, we haven't tested it on humans yet. So we're still working on it. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes, but there's only 1 ball there. So, we're still working on it. We just started on the last pitch. There you go. Thanks, Stones. I knew that. Garrity hits a line drive up the middle. Second baseman has it. He's going to throw over to first base and get Garrity by a step. Nice play out there by Josh Quinn, as that one was off the glove of the pitcher Pence. Slowed it down just enough, and Quinn was basically playing him right there since Weisenborn was on second base. Chase will move down to third, so he's there with 2 outs. And Ben Romano comes to the plate. Ben playing in right field today out of Tulane. He graduated from the Hun School, according to my notes here. I think I need to investigate that. I don't know. I want to know what their mascot was. That's going to be a good mascot. No, Stones, don't go there. No. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. Third-ranked outfielder in the state of New Jersey. In his senior year of high school, pretty good. From the Hun School. That is on the inside corner again. 0-2. I'll have to track Ben down after a game here and talk to him a little bit about his high school exploits in the Hun School. 0-2 on Ben. Cade Sanchez, the number 9 hitter, is on deck. 2 outs here in the second. That's in the dirt. Gets away, and here comes Weisenborn. He is going to score. Wild pitch got away from Frost. He ran it down, but not in time. Weisenborn made a lot of that with his legs, and he scores the first run of the ball game on the wild pitch. Potters lead at 1-0. Come on, Stones. So the umpire, again, this umpire goes and talks to people more than anybody we've ever seen.
Well, and the request for that conversation right there was made by the pitcher. And as you can see, he's talking to the umpire right now. So I don't know what exactly was said, but the pitcher, when he came down to cover home plate, he said something to the umpire. The umpire then immediately went over to talk to JP, and they just had words. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That he would go to talk to the opposing manager. Maybe there was something being said. Maybe that's what he responded to. Well, keep an eye on it, of course. But like I say, this umpire has things under control. That's in the dirt again. 2-2 now on Ben Romano out of Menlo, New Jersey. Outside, ball 3. So he was 0-2, now it's 3-2. Cade Sanchez waiting on deck. Potters have scored once in the inning. Weisenborn double, went to third on an infield out, and then scored on a wild pitch. That is our scoring in this one so far. A Sunday night at McBean. Romano hits that one into right center field, moving over the right fielder. He's going to get it at knee height. Nice play out there by Snitko. Come in and rob Romano of a base hit. So 1 run for the Potters on 1 hit. We go to the third. Potters lead 1-0.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on.
After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Forget about that. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah, baby.
People, were you watching the Stones camp between innings? We had the greatest performance by an axe thrower in Potters history.
Yes.
4 throws, 4 sticks.
4 sticks and 3
a
bullseyes.
couple of bullseyes.
I think 3 bullseyes.
3 bullseyes.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Now, he did look like a mountain man, except for the ponytail.
Yeah, well, no, a lot of mountain men have ponytails.
Okay, that's a
yeah,
good thing. All right, yeah. He was fantastic.
He had the beard. He had the hair. He looked like Madison Bumgarner out there throwing axes.
It could well have been, except for he hit his target.
Yeah.
He
thanks a lot.
He looked very relaxed.
He did.
He did.
Yeah. He's one of the guys that goes out to those places. You know, you can go to a
axe throwing. I've been to one. I have.
How'd you do?
I was okay.
Yeah. You didn't hurt yourself, did you?
Well, no, I
then
would
you're
throw and run
good.
back.
You're good.
I threw and ran back because, as hard as I throw it, hits the side. And I never stick it, so it's got to come back at me. Yeah. Yeah. I went to one of those. There was one in Lincoln. I was there.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I got to go check that out.
I think it's still there.
I have not
I think
yet
the famous
done that.
Ryan Buehler worked there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fantastic.
Well, then maybe I'll go over and see if Ryan's still there.
I don't know if he's still there.
Yeah.
I don't keep track of his movements, but I know he was there when I was there. But that was a couple years ago. That's the way I came out of the pandemic, throwing axes at people. I felt that was the way to come out.
Get back to the game.
Rowan Felsh is going to lead us off here, hitting at 176 on the season. Number 9 hitter, and he, I think, is the Dueling Dogs batter. Hello. So if he were to strike out, that means 50% off Dueling Dogs at the Brick and Barrel backyard. It sounds complicated. It's not. You go over there, let's just say it's $6. I don't know, but let's say it is. You go, give me a beer. How much is it? It's $3. I just solved it. And we're 1/3 of the way there as he fouls it back to the screen. And now the dogs begin to smell her, as they say in Stone Temple Pilots. 0-1. JoJo kind of under control, not like Anthony Perez. Hopefully he'll be on duty on Tuesday. It's lined out into left center field. Short left center field because the shortstop went out and caught it. So Felsch is out on a pop out to shortstop, which is very short left center field when you think about it. I was just disappointed he didn't strike out. No offense to Rowan. He seems like a fine fellow, but I kind of wanted that $3 beer that I just invented. That'll bring up Hunter Friedberg, the leadoff hitter, who was 3 for 3 yesterday, struck out his first appearance in this game, so he is, in effect, 0 for 1 in tonight's game. Just graduated from St. John Bosco's, and he takes that one in there for a strike. Headed to University of San Diego, a tremendous place. San Diego's just a tremendous place. I wonder how hot it is in San Diego today. It's not 72. In there for a strike. Okay, it's always 72. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. It's always 72 in San Diego. 0-2 now on Friedberg. O'Haron with the off-speed pitches. Throws that one outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Noah Zertucci on deck. Noah was hit by a pitch his first time up. That is just a little bit low. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Friedberg. Torrin O'Haron in his 3rd inning of work has struck out 4 so far in 2 1/3. That's chopped foul down the first base line toward the Potter dugout. So it stays at 2-2 on Friedberg. Fastball high and outside. So 3-2 now. Willie calls for cowbells, which usually works out pretty well. Swing and a miss. He got him on strike, took something off that one, and Friedberg went chasing it. So his second strikeout of the game, 5 for Torrin O'Haron, and here is Noah Zertucci. Noah hit by a pitch on a 3-2 pitch his first time, so yet to have an official at bat. He comes up here with 2 outs and nobody on in the 3rd. 6 strikeouts. Make that 5 strikeouts now for Torrin O'Haron. That sails a little high, 1-0. According to my information, Torrin has 2 siblings, Nolan and Tatum. Good to know. If they're listening and watching, I hope they know they got a shout out to Nolan and Tatum. 2-0 now on Noah Zertucci. Nick Thompson, the number 3 hitter in the lineup, on deck in case Noah gets on base. Torrin trying to keep that from happening. Delivers 2-0. It's hit high up in the air, well to center field. Garrity's going to move back, still moving back, and he's in front of the fence and makes the catch right in front of the little Willie Warrior sign out in dead center field. So he hit it well, but Tyler Garrity went and pulled it in. 1, 2, 3 in the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Potter still lead at 1-0.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful, wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the third, Potters lead 1-0. It'll be Cade Sanchez. Then the top of the order, Luke Auden and Zach Chamiso against Kevin Pence, who's given up 1 hit and 1 run in the 2 innings that he's worked. And if you're watching on the screen, you can tell that it's getting into the more tolerable part of the evening as far as weather-wise, as the shadows have come over most of the field now. Even on the left side, there's just patches of sunlight, so a little more comfortable. The fans are settling in, which promises to be a pretty good one here in the bottom of the third. Just 1-0 for the Potters. Here's Sanchez hitting at 296 on the summer. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. He's out of Houston, Texas, and Texas A&M Corpus Christi. One of the top Potters of the first part of the season with 15 runs batted in. That's inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. $13 runs scored as well for Cade Sanchez, so near the tops in both those categories. He hits that one sharply down to third base. It's Lee picking it up across the diamond and gets him at first by a step and a half. So Sanchez grounds out 5-3 for the first out here in the bottom of the third. It brings up Luke Auden again. Luke got a base on balls back in the first inning. He is 6 for 18 on the season, but now has an on-base percentage of over 600 with that walk. Scored 9 runs and has 4 runs batted in. Switch hitter batting left-handed against the right-hander Kevin Pence out of Vanguard University. Kevin Pence. Sails a high fastball outside to Luke out of Georgia Southern University. 1 out here, bottom of the third. Potters with the 1-0 lead. Check swing did not go, and it's inside, so it's 2-0 on Luke. Good cowbell representation tonight from the fans out here. They really deserve that 50% off Dueling Dogs. Maybe I'll finance that myself. Can I do that, Stones? Out of Stones Radio Network's, what do you call it? Petty Cash? Yeah, get some out of Petty Cash and tell everybody, hey, 50%. Although then I'm undercutting one of my favorite places, Dueling Dogs, because they do that all the time. So I can't do that myself. I've been told the Petty Cash is in an area that I'm not allowed in. It's inaccessible to me. That's what I've been told. Auden pops it up out of play to our left, so it's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes on Luke. Got to check out how Hobby's doing down there, making the quesadillas. Oh, I love those quesadillas. Then you keep going. If you can somehow go past Hobby and not order anything, then you got Bill at Fat Cat right there. So we got like a murderer's row for you. You can't get through there without ordering something to eat. 2-2 on Luke. Chop foul. This time down the first base line. Misses the on-deck hitter, Zach Chamiso, who was our pregame guest yesterday. Our pregame guest today, Tatiana Robertson. Fascinating. Just asking her, listening to her tell me all the things that she does made me tired. It says a lot about me, obviously, but still, she just does a lot of stuff. Operations manager, something like that. Line drive. Second baseman moves over, jumps up, and did he get it? No, he did not. Over the head of Josh Quinn. It looked like he might have mistimed the jump a little bit, as it was a deceptive line drive, but Luke is on with the base hit. Second hit for the Potters. And that brings up Zach Chamiso. So maybe Josh wrong-footed it out there, but he almost got it. It went over his glove, and here's Zach Chamiso. Fielder's choice. He hit a ground ball back to the pitcher back in the first inning. Pence got it, threw it to second, and shortstop scooped it up, Zertucci, but threw wildly to first to try to get the double play. Was charged with an error, but did not cost the Legends anything, as they held the Potters scoreless in that first inning. Potters did score in the second, and they have Auden at first with 1 out here in the third, and Chamiso at the plate. Fouls it back to the screen. Coming with the off-speed pitches is Kevin Pence. Chamiso, 281 coming in tonight. Driven in 13, scored 20 runs on the summer, leading the Potters in that category. Garrett Forrester on deck, tonight's catcher. Zach is playing out in left field today for the Potters. And it's down low, and it was a bluff at first base by Luke Odden, but he did not go. Coming up ready to throw was Jacob Frost behind the plate. No need. So it's 1-1. Short lead by Odden at first base. Jamiso hits one into center field. Coming over is Thompson, and he makes the catch in left center field. So stayed up a little bit too long for Zach, and Thompson covered a lot of ground, made the catch in left center field. 2 outs, and Garrett Forrester coming to the plate. Garrett flied to center his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. Just Garrett's third game of the season. He had a grand slam home run. He was 1 for 1 with 2 walks in the first game, then had a grand slam home run in last night's game. Gave way to Luke Lavin late in that one. So he's up here with the runner at first and 2 outs in the third. Fastball misses high and away. 1-0 on Garrett. Peyton Brennan to follow him. Garrett out of Fair Oaks, California, Oregon State University. Drove in 52 runs for them this season with 10 home runs. Hits one sharply to the left of second, picked up out there. No, he couldn't get it. It's under his glove into right field. So he looked like he had it. That second baseman, Quinn, couldn't come up with it, and it goes into right field for a base hit for Forrester. So 2 on now, 2 out. It'll bring up Peyton Brennan. Hit hard. Looked like Quinn had a beat on it, went underneath his glove. I saw that happen in the Major League game today, the Mets and the Giants. It happens to people. Ball goes under your glove, okay? You can't get up about it. You got to just get the next one, you know? Here's Peyton Brennan, who took a call at third strike his first time up. He's up here now with 2 guys on. He has 4 runs batted in on the summer, 2 home runs. Check swing, did he go around? No, he did not. His body went around, but he kept the bat back very well, and the base umpire on the appeal said no, he did not go, so it's 1-0. Peyton Brennan, both of his home runs were in the same game. He also had a triple in that game. Left-handed hitting DH against Pence. He hits a line drive. That's into center field. Thompson's not going to get it. He gets it on a hop. Here comes a run around third. He's going to try to score. The throw comes in. And a nice play by Jacob Frost to make the catch and make the tag. And he is out at the plate. So Odden is thrown out at the plate by Nick Thompson in center field. And the Potters go out with no runs on 2 hits, make that 3 hits, and we go to the top of the 4th. Potters lead at 1-0.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis, or call 916-259-2739.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable. She knows, she asks a lot of questions. She gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful, wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
No, but I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the 4th, new pitcher for the Potters. It's Logan Bell out of Lisbon, Ohio, and Bowling Green State University, taking over for Torrin O'Haron, who went through 3 innings, gave up 1 hit, and struck out 5. He did hit 1. So a good outing by Torrin O'Haron brings in Logan Bell. Right-handed pitcher. He'll face Nick Thompson and Jacob Frost and Ryan Lee for the Legends, who got an excellent play defensively. A throw from Nick Thompson, then Jacob Frost made a great short hop catch at home and put the tag on Luke Odden to end the inning. So Logan finishing up his warm-up tosses. Making his 7th appearance of the season, 11 innings pitched, 11 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 6 walks. 4.09 ERA for Logan. See if he has a win or a loss here. Yes, he is 0-1 on the season, and he will be chatting with Mr. Garrett Forrester to get their signal straight. Wearing number 5 tonight, Mr. Logan Bell. He'll face Nick Thompson, who struck out in the first inning. Just made an excellent throw from center field to cut down a runner. Nick out of Cabrillo College takes the first pitch high. Headed to San Francisco State University, the Gators. Left-hand hitting center fielder starts us off here in the top of the 4th. Game number 33 of the season for the Potters. That's hard to believe, really. That one swung on a missed off-speed pitch from Logan Bell. Potters are 20-12 on the year. Pitching from the stretch here. Fastball inside. A little zip on that one, but not so much the location, so it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Nick Thompson. Jacob Frost to follow, and then Ryan Lee in the top of the 4th for the Menlo Park Legends. That's chopped to second base. First base is going to have to get back over there. Is picked up by Sanchez and gets him at first base. Nolan Wilson came off to try to get that one, then thought better about it. Let Kate Sanchez had it. Barely got back to first in time to beat Nick Thompson there, but they did. So there's 1 out, and here is Jacob Frost, who grounded out to first base his first time up. Has a couple of words with Nick Thompson coming by to tell him what the new pitcher is throwing. And Frost steps in. 3-0-4 for Jacob. Sophomore out of Cal State East Bay. Right-handed hitter. Bell delivers a pitch off speed, but in there for a strike, 0-1. On Jacob. Pops that one up, second base. Right field coming in. Makes a sliding dive and can't make the play. That's Romano on right field. And the ball gets away, and going into second base is Jacob Frost. So Romano came in. It looked like Sanchez might have given up a little bit too early on that one. He kind of got out and got it, but Romano either called him off or Cade thought that Romano had it, and he had the slide but couldn't make the catch. And Frost ends up at second base, and here's Ryan Lee, who had a double his first time up. Lined it down the left field line back in the second inning. So Lee stepping up to the plate. Headed out to UC Davis next year. They're the Aggies. He fouls it down the right field line. That's an off-speed pitch by Logan Bell again. Have it on good authority that Logan not going to be shutting it down pretty soon here and returning home to Ohio. Been out here strengthening his arm after surgery some months ago, and he's been very impressive so far this summer. It's great to have him back. Great to have his family back. Here's the 0-1 coming up to Ryan Lee. Fastball in there for a strike at 88. Good velocity on that one, and Lee is down 0-2 in the count with Frost out at second base. Alex Tolbert is on deck. Alex Tolbert hit a bullet down to third base his first time up and was retired when Luke Odd made the catch. Here comes the 0-2 from Logan. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Big strikeout right there by Logan Bell. He's got 2 outs, but he still has Alex Tolbert to get through. .243 for Alex coming into the game. In the portal, was at University of Jamestown last year. As we said, lined out to third base his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. He was 0 for 1 last night, hit a bullet out to second base and was retired. So he's looking for a little help from the baseball gods on this one. Breaking ball hit very hard down the left field line and scattered many of his teammates down there who were kind of hanging out watching the game, and Alex kind of said, I'm going to move him around a little bit. So he jumped on a breaking ball a little bit too early, and it's 0-1. Garrett Forrester behind the plate for the Potters. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string at 77 on that one, did Logan Bell. 0-2, and Alex steps out and does the old hand on the top of the helmet number where you're going, I got to figure that out. And he steps right back in and gets ready to go. Slightly open stance for the big guy. Fastball, call strike 3 outside corner. Beautiful pitch, beautiful pair of batters there for Logan Bell as he gets another strikeout. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Potters still leading at 1-0.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Well, you won't hear this from me very often, but Piper, to me, clearly won the air guitar contest. There's a group of young ladies out there, I believe they're a softball team, and they didn't have many participants. There's a lot of them shaking back and forth and some good hair flipping going on, but not really playing the guitar. I would give it to Piper myself. Piper won. Okay, I'm telling Willie because, I mean, you know, sometimes Piper wins. I mean, we give him a lot of grief and gruff, but he deserved the W that time. Potters against Kevin Pence in the bottom of the fourth. They've got Nolan Wilson, they've got Chase Weisenborn, they've got Tyler Garrity. Potters with 4 hits in the game, 3 of them in the third inning, but were unable to push across a run as Auden was cut out at the plate to end the inning. So here's Wilson, struck out back in the second against Kevin Pence, the right-hander out of Vanguard University. So Wilson, right-handed hitter, steps in and ready to go here at the bottom of the fourth. Activity in the pen for the Legends as the breaking ball's on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Pence from the stretch, although it takes him a while to get in the stretch. Wilson watches that one go outside. Nolan was victimized on a couple of off-speed pitches his first time up. Let that one go outside the strike zone, evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wilson takes a fastball outside. 2-1. Potters have tomorrow off, then they play on Tuesday against the Admirals right here. 6:05 first pitch for the 4th of July Spectacular. Jersey auction, fireworks, it's all here on the 4th of July. Accumulation of a big day of 4th of July festivities here in Lincoln. Wilson hits that one sharply but fouled down the third baseline. And it will be the Potters in the CCL matchup against the Bay Area Admirals, who blew a big lead today, so they're staying. And they were up by 7 on the Crawdads, and the Crawdads came back and beat them 12-10, as the Crawdads continued to threaten the Prune Packers for first place in the CCL North, although Healdsburg is still in first place, but they have lost 3 times. Here's the 2-2. It's hit sharply out to shortstop. Zertucci has it. Going to gun it across the diamond and get Nolan by a step over at first base for the first down. That'll bring up Chase Weisenborn, who doubled down the first baseline. He had a ground ball that I think hit the cutout of the infield and popped over Tolbert's shoulder. Weisenborn never stopped running and took into second base. Went to third on an infield out and then scored on a wild pitch, and that's the scoring in this game so far. So Chase is 1 for 1, hitting .238 coming in on the summer out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Pops it up, right side. Tolbert's going to give Chase. Here's the catcher giving Chase, but it's going to be out of here. On top of the tarp that covers the fans. Shields them from the elements, as it were, and doing a pretty good job tonight as it's plummeted way down from game time temperature. I think it's probably down in the 70s, maybe 60s now. Maybe that's a little bit too much. I don't know. It just seems balmy to me, considering where it was today. And it's as evidenced by the amount of shaved ices that I'm seeing around. I think it is a little warm, or was. Fastball misses outside, so it's 1-1. So Penn's throwing his breaking ball very effectively. Fastball's missing the corners. He's only given up those 4 hits, as we said, 3 of them last inning. The other one was to Chase Weisenborn, who takes a high breaking ball inside. 2-1. Tyler Garrity from Seneca, Kansas, everybody knows that, is on deck. .2-1 coming up from Pence. Fastball is down low again, 3-1. A lot of dogs moving out of Fat Cat today. Bill's doing yeoman's work down there, feeding this crowd up here as they get ready for the 3-1 pitch to Chase Weisenborn. Sharply hit down the third base line, and JP, the third base coach, kind of put his foot out in front of it, but not really like he wanted to stop it, like he had to make an appearance of trying to stop it. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Should talk to JP again pregame. Maybe on Tuesday would be a good day to hook up with the manager of the Potters. Haven't talked to him in a little bit. We've been going through different Potters. Been having a really good time on our pregame show, the warm-up. 3-2 pitch. Weisenborn fouls that one over by the on-deck circle. Narrowly misses Tyler Garrity. Schmitty was our guest one day, then Anthony Perez, Zach Chamiso, Tatiana Robertson today, the operations manager, which is just a cool title. They would never let me manage anything or operate on anything. 3-2. Hit sharply down the third. That's a fair ball backhanded down there by Lee. Comes up throwing across the diamond. Did he get him? Yes, he did. What a play over there by Ryan Lee at third base. Goes behind the bag with the backhand. Throws it all the way across the diamond to get Chase Weisenborn. So 2 outs here in the 4th, and that'll bring up Tyler Garrity. Out of Seneca, Kansas, and the University of Kansas, Tyler Garrity hitting .273 with 12 runs batted in, grounded to second. His first time, actually hit it up to middle, and the second baseman, Quinn, was playing over because there was a runner at second base, and he got it before it could get out to center field. Now the umpire, I think, is going to talk to somebody down in the Potters bullpen. Ball's flying around down there. This umpire doesn't miss anything. He's very attuned to what's going on. Devil went down to Georgia. That's his song. I like that. Ready to go finally here. Nobody on. 2 outs here in the 4th. Garrity fouls one at the plate. 0-1 on Tyler. See if I can get any more cool information about Tyler Garrity on my Stones info packet. The problem is once I read it once, I put it away and I can't find it again. Played in 28 games this season for Kansas as a freshman. 5 starts. Pretty impressive right there. Not easy to break in as a freshman. Got his first career hit at Missouri State on March the 16th, 2022. It's something you remember. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is high and inside for a ball. One and one on Tyler. Fouls it off to the right. 1-2. Had 3 hits in the game against Air Force on April 18th, 2023, including a double. Had 3 RBI in that game, so pretty good game by Tyler against Air Force. Still 1-2 on him here in the fourth. Swing and a miss on a ball outside. So 1, 2, 3 in the fourth. We go to the top of the fifth inning. Potters lead this one 1-0.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the fifth, new pitcher for the Potters. It's Grant Kelly making his 6th appearance of the season. Make that his 7th appearance of the season. Last pitch on June the 27th against the Stompers. He is 2-1 with an ERA of 5.29. 22 strikeouts in 17 innings and just 6 walks. So Grant Kelly is on the mound for the Potters. He's out of La Quinta, California, and College of Southern Nevada. Torrin O'Haron went the first 3, gave up 1 hit, struck out 5. Logan Bell went 1 inning, gave up a hit and struck out 2. And now it's Grant Kelly, the big right-hander. He will face Josh Quinn, Jackson Snitko, and Rowan Felsch, the bottom 3 in the order for the Menlo Park Legends, who trail this one 1-0. So here's Quinn, struck out in the second inning. That was against Torrin O'Haron. Comes in here at 308. Out of Cal Lutheran. Kelly's pitch is swung on and missed at 84. 0-1 on Josh Quinn. A lot of activity in the Potters' pen still, even with Grant Kelly coming in. That's outside, snagged by Garrett Forrester. Forrester behind the plate for the Potters. Luke Odden down to third. Chase Weisenborn at short. Kate Sanchez is the second baseman today. Nolan Wilson at first. Romano, Garrity, and Chamiso on the outfield. 1-1 pitch is popped up right side. See who calls for it. I think it's going to be Nolan Wilson, the first baseman. He makes the catch for the first out. So a pop out by Josh Quinn is out number 1, and Jackson Snitko comes to the plate. He struck out his first time. Freshman went to San Francisco State undecided about this year. And he steps in here with a 188 average for the summer. Playing right field for the Legends in tonight's game. Came on as a late replacement, was 0 for 1 last night. Kelly's first pitch is in there. He went around 0-1 on Jackson Snitko. Rowan Felch, the number 9 hitter, to follow. Oh, one pitch misses outside. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Left-hand hitting Jackson Snitko against the right-hander. The third pitcher for the Potters tonight, that's Grant Kelly. 5 balls center field. Garrity going to come in a little bit now in left center field, and he makes the catch for the second out. So 2 flyers out, 1 in the infield, 1 in the outfield for the Legends here in the 5th, and that brings up Rowan Felch, who's the number 9 hitter. He popped out to short his first time up. He is the Dueling Dogs batter today, so if he were to strike out, 50% off, not 50 cents off, 50% off. Dueling Dogs products down at the Brick and Barrel backyard down the first base line. And the Dogs are barking at him to try to encourage that result. Swings and misses at the first pitch, so we're 1/3 of the way there. I think this crowd, like I say, this crowd deserves a little bit of something for being out here on a Sunday night like this. Tough weather today, but they're all out here, so they need something, for the effort. Outside, 1-1. Top of the order, that's Hunter Friedberg on deck in case Rowan reaches. The Dog's getting particularly violent on Willie's soundtrack right now. He's just dialing up the mean dogs because he really wants that strikeout. Outside corner, no, it missed it, 2-1. Felch, a left-handed hitter. Two balls, 1 strike. Breaking ball is a little bit high, 3-1. Freshman out of the College of San Mateo is Rowan Felch. He is playing he's the DH today. He was outfielder yesterday. 3-1 pitches in there, call strike 2. We're 2/3 of the way there, Willie. Bring us home, man. Bring us home. Get us this strikeout. Come on, people. We need the last strikeout guy or something. We need a strikeout. We need 50% off. Hit sharply, but fouled on the first base line into about 600 Potters down the first base line and in the bullpen. So Felch hit that one hard, but turned on it a little bit too quickly. And we stay 3 balls and 2 strikes. Potters 20-12 on the season, and 9-9 in CCL play puts them in 3rd place in the conference. Here's the pitch. High and inside, ball 4. So Felch gets the base on balls and avoids striking out, more importantly, and he's at first as Hunter Friedberg comes up. Hunter had 3 hits last night, has struck out twice tonight, both against Torrin O'Haron. So he will be facing a new pitcher for the first time. Logan Bell worked the 4th inning for the Potters, gave up a single hit and struck out 2. So Legends have the potential tying run over at first base, 2 outs here in the 5th. Friedberg 3 for 5 in the 2-game set. There's the pitch. It is in there for a call strike. 0-1. Hunter just graduated from St. John Bosco High School, headed to University of San Diego. There goes the runner. The pitch is outside the third of second base. There's nobody covering. It goes into center field, and going all the way over to third base will be Rowan Felch. So Forrester came up throwing to the bag. Nobody got there. It's a stolen base, and unfortunately he gets charged with an error for the ball going out into center field. So now the runner at third base, I believe the pitch was called a ball, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Hunter Friedberg, and now the tying run just 90 feet away. So Felch is on third base. He gets credit for the stolen base. Kelly with the 1-1 pitch. That's chopped out toward the first baseman. Wilson has it. You're going to have to hurry to get the pitcher over there, and he does get over there. Good job over there by Grant Kelly to get to first base ahead of the runner Friedberg. So no runs, no hits, 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th, and the Potters lead this one by a score of 1-0. The Potters in the bottom of the 5th. Let's take a look at their lineup. They're going to have Ben Romano and then Cade Sanchez and Luke Odden against a new pitcher, it looks like, as Kevin Pence was very good for 4 innings. He gave up 4 hits and 1 run. And we're going to have a new pitcher, but we'll identify the new pitcher. We'll step away, give you time for a little bit of commercial activity, and we'll be right back. Potters lead this one 1-0.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Fareed Ahmed is the new pitcher for the Menlo Park Legends. The left-hander out of Cupertino High School, headed to UC Riverside, will face Ben Romano, then Cade Sanchez, the top of the order, Luke Odden. Swing and miss at an off-speed pitch for a strike, 0-1. Kevin Pence went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, walked 1, and struck out 3. That's the right-hander from Vanguard University, and now he goes away to Fareed Ahmed. That's in the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike. Romano flied out to right field his first time up. Cade Sanchez to follow for the Potters in the bottom of the 5th here. Hit sharply but fouled down the third base line. Off-speed pitch came in around 76 miles an hour from the left-hander. Kind of throwing 3/4 release, the left-hander Fareed Ahmed. One ball and 2 strikes. Fastball misses outside at 85, so he dialed it up a little bit right there. Lulled him to sleep with the 76 and threw the 85, but missed that outside corner of the tailing fastball to the right-handed hitter. Evens it up at 2-2. That's hit sharply but foul down the left field line. Again, ball coming in on the right-handed hitter, turned on it. Couldn't keep it fair, did Ben Romano. Coming in at 2-0-3, he does have 10 runs batted in for the Potters. Also 11 runs scored for Ben out of Mendham, New Jersey, and Tulane University. Outside again, 3-2, so good at bat, good patience by Ben Romano. Trying to make Ahmed throw everything he's got here so his teammates can see it. Here's the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on the fastball. So Romano down on strikes. 1 out here in the 5th. That'll bring up Cade Sanchez. Cade grounded to third his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. 296 on the season for Cade. 15 runs batted in. Out of Houston, Texas, batting in the number 9 spot, which means Luke Odden is next for the Potters. Ahmed working from the stretch. Sails that fastball outside. 1-0 on Cade. 1 home run on the season for Cade Sanchez. That breaking ball is in there for a strike. 1-1. A lot of movement on the ball from the left-hander Ahmed, coming into the right-handed hitters. That's a little bit too far inside. It didn't hit him as we get the safe sign from the umpire. Potters, as we said, tomorrow they're off, and then Tuesday we start CCL play again. The Admirals on Tuesday, then a day off. The Admirals on Thursday, a trip to Medford for 3 against the Rogues. That's fouled out of play. Then a couple of days break for the CCL Exhibition All-Star Game, or Showcase Game, I guess they call it. And then right back into conference play until the end of July. So the Potters want to get their bats humming for that last stretch of 2 weeks. Outside. Another full count for the Potters. This time it's Cade Sanchez. Breaking ball swung on, found in the catcher's glove for the strikeout. So he came in with the breaking ball, got the strikeout, his second in a row, and that brings up Luke Auden, who has walked and singled in this one. 1 for 1 with the base on balls. Luke now 7 out of 19 on the season. 2 more times on base. His on-base percentage was .600 before tonight, and he's been on base both times. And he's up here trying to solve for Reed Ahmed with 2 outs in the 5th. That breaking ball is way outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Another breaking ball, and that one's outside as well, 2-0. Zach Chamiso on deck, the left fielder out of Lincoln High School, the Fighting Zebra. Yesterday's pregame guest, talking about playing in front of fans, his home fans, thinking about being a Potter when he was just a little kid. That one is in there for a strike, 2-1. Luke Auden from Georgia Southern University, Scottsdale, Arizona. 6'1", outside, 3-1. So hopefully he gets something he can hit. He's worked the count around to his favor. 3 balls and 1 strike. Breaking ball high, ball 4. So Luke Auden gets on base again. He's over there with 2 outs. And Zach Chamiso coming to play. Got to shout out Potter legend Nolan McCarthy out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. We made reference to that when he was on the Potters. Kalamazoo, home of the Kalamazoo Growlers. And what do you know? His parents, wonderful people, which, of course, I don't remember their name because I'm an idiot. They banded together, and I don't know how it happened, Stone. Some sort of committee meeting or something. All I know is, next thing I know, here's Nolan handing me this jersey. And a hat, too, from the Kalamazoo Growlers. Tremendous. So I'm wearing it today for you, Nolan. There you go, buddy. Oh, stop it. You can't ask for him like that. High for a ball to Zach Chamiso. I just said, gosh, you ruin everything. And that's why you're here. Some people are put on earth to be ruiners. You're a ruiner. Chamiso fouls it out, play. Boy, Zach had a really good cut at that one. Hopefully it got a piece of Jacob Frost. Hopefully he is not injured. On the inside of the thigh, my medical person, Stones McCoy, tells me. So the umpire going to go talk to the pitcher and give Jacob a chance to kind of, let everything settle down a little bit, This umpire is very empathetic. He's an empath. He knows what people feel. He's always sniffing out trouble down the lines. He always knows what's going on. If there's a ball loose somewhere, he knows where it is. 1-1 on Chamiso. On the other side, Zach Chamiso's like, I had that pitch. I wanted that pitch. Auden dances off the base at first. Here's the pitch. Zach hits it down to right of shortstop. It's going to be a tough play trying to go across the diamond. The ball gets by the first baseman and goes down the line. Here comes Auden around third. He's going to hold up right here, and Chamiso goes to second. So Auden ends up at third. I think it has to be an error on the shortstop. I think if the play is made at first, he would have been out. So it's an error on the shortstop. And Chamiso ends up at second base. Second error of the game for the Legends, and gives the Potters a chance here with runners at second and third, and Garrett Forrester at the plate. Garrett has flied to center and singled, so he is 1 for 2 in this one. up here with a chance to do some damage against Farid Ahmed, the second pitcher for the Menlo Park Legends, the left-hander out of Cupertino High School, facing Forrester. Garrett takes a fastball. It's called a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. More activity in the Potter's pen. We might even see a pitcher an inning coming down the stretch here. Torrin O'Haron went the first three, then Logan Bell, then Grant Kelly. Breaking balls outside. 1-1 on Forrester. A base to play with if Ahmed wants it. He's got Peyton Brennan on deck, but Peyton, the left-handed hitter. Forrester, fresh off a .340 campaign with the Oregon State Beavers, waits for the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball comes in there late. It's in there for a strike. 1-2. Good-looking pitch from Ahmed. 1-2. Bottom of the fifth, 2 on, 2 outs for the Potters. They lead it 1-0. That sails outside. 2-2 on Garrett. Potters with 1 run in the second inning. That's the scoring so far in this one from both sides. Kevin Pence went the first 4 innings for the Legends. Torrin O'Haron went the first 3 for the Potters. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Forrester. Outfield straightaway and deep in left field for Garrett. Inside call, strike 3. A generous inside corner to be sure, and the Potters are down on strikes. No runs. We left 2. We go to the 6th. Potters lead at 1-0.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the 6th, I say it all the time. Maybe Piper's best feature is the Piper dance along. You didn't get to see it today on the Stones cam, but he's doing it behind home plate again, and the fans are going crazy. And there's a couple of very fine dancers down there doing their thing as we get ready to start the top of the 6th. It's going to be Devin Martin on the mound for the Potters out of Sierra College. He's making his 8th appearance of the season, so Devin has been on the mound a lot. He's been in 8 games. 9 in the third innings. 15 strikeouts and 17 walks. So he will face the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th hitter in the Legends order, Norris Artucci, then Nick Thompson and Jacob Frost. Finishing up the warm-up tosses with Forrester the last out of the inning. Had to take a minute to get his stuff on, so he is out to get this last warm-up toss. As Willie fires up the money for nothing from Dire Straits, and we're ready to go in the 6th inning as Forrester lets a little anger out in that throw. Gets down to second base in an awful hurry. And here's Artucci, who has been hit by a pitch and flied to center. Flied deep to center, if I recall correctly, back in the 3rd inning. Took Tyler Garrity all the way back to deep center field. Right in front of the William Jessup Warrior, or as we call him, Willie Warrior. Just in right center. So here we go with Artucci. 256 coming in for Noah Zertucci. Martin's fastball is high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Attendant William and Mary, but he's in the portal now, is Noah Zertucci. 2 balls and no strikes. Three balls and no strikes. Not missing by much, but missing high and a little bit outside for Devin Martin at 91 miles an hour. And that is ball 4 down low. So 4 pitches to Zertucci. He is on base for the second time today. And here's Nick Thompson, who struck out and grounded to second. So here's Thompson, out of Cabrillo College, headed to San Francisco State. Left-handed hitting center fielder. Good lead over there by Zertucci at first. Fastball is in there for a strike at 88 from Devin Martin. 0-1 on Nick Thompson. Moving up at third is Luke Auden. In case of a sacrifice situation, just 1-0 here. We're in the top of the 6th inning from McBean Stadium. That's hit sharply out towards shortstop. Handled over to second for 1. At first, it's going to be close. They did not get him at first base. Nice turn by Weisenborn to Sanchez, but just too quick down the line was Nick Thompson. So it's a fielder's choice. He ends up at first base. 1 out here in the 6th inning, and Jacob Frost will be the hitter. He has grounded to first and doubled. So he is 1 for 2. Dropped a looped double down into right field back in the 4th inning. But then Logan Bell came back and struck out the next 2 hitters and stranded him there. So now Thompson is.
I see a 9. 19.
So 19, it looks like it's Ethan Payne is going to be the pinch hitter. So Ethan Payne, Eagle Eye Willie Preston spots it. Payne is in here and takes a strike. So Ethan Payne batting for Jacob Ross. Remember, Jacob got hit by a foul ball. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully that has nothing to do with it. So Payne comes on to bat for Jacob Ross, who goes 1 for 2 on the day. Fastball is inside on the corner for a strike, 0-2. Ethan headed to Kenyatta College. He will theoretically come out behind the plate because he is also a catcher and a shortstop, which is a good combination according to the roster. 0-2 setting up for the outside pitch. Here it is, and it is just a little outside. So Devin Martin pretty much hit his target on that waste pitch. Unfortunately, because he would have missed it a little bit over to the other side, it could have been strike 3. But I guess that would have defeated the whole purpose of waste pitch. Anyway, Thompson looks like he is thinking about taking off. It's just a hunch I've got. Here's the 1-2 coming up from Devin. And Devin steps off and does a weird behind fake. Very legit, very legitimate fake, but kind of looked a little hinky. Can I say that? I think I can. I think I can say that. Still 1-2. Chopped over to first base. Big chopper going to have to be handled by Wilson. He'll step on the bag. No chance to go to second, so Thompson is in scoring position after the ground out by Payne. And Ryan Lee coming to the plate, who has doubled and struck out. So Ryan Lee up here. He doubled back in the 2nd inning, then struck out in the 4th. The double was against O'Hare, and the strikeout was against Logan Bell. Martin stares in at Forrester to get the sign. Now he's going to step off. Devin listed at 6'6" and 200 pounds. Out of Citrus Heights. As high for a ball, 1-0. I don't want to give you flashbacks, Stones, but the moon is coming up in center field. I don't even want, and it's even bigger today than it was yesterday. I don't even want to go there. No. That's a little blooper out towards second base, handled by Sanchez. He's going to take his time and gun over to first for the out. So Potters get out of it after the early walk to Zertucci. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth. Potters lead at 1-0.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the sixth, pitchers duel here. A bunch of pitchers, and they're all dueling. It's 1-0. Peyton Brennan, Nolan Wilson, and Chase Weisermore in the first three hitters. Fareed Ahmed, the second pitcher for the Legends. Kevin Pence went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, a run, and 3 strikeouts. He walked 1. Ahmed, in the inning he's pitched, struck out 3 and walked 1. Potters were in position to score because of an error. Had second and third with 2 outs, but he got the called third strike on Garrett Forrester to end the inning. And Brennan will start us off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As we had the dizzy bat race, but again, they had little kids doing it, and little kids don't have any sense of direction anyway, so if you spin them around, they just keep going the right way. They don't care. Ethan Payne sends it down to second base as he takes over behind home plate for Jacob Frost. And here is Peyton Brennan, who has struck out and singled. He had the base hit up the middle in the third that Luke Otten was thrown out at home to end that inning. On a fine throw and a fine catch. Throw by Thompson, catch by Frost. So left-hander against left-hander here. Shows bunt, kind of bunted out. Did he bunt at it? I guess he didn't because I didn't get the strike call. Big sweeping slider from Ahmed, and it is 1 ball and no strikes on Peyton Brennan. He's moved in Ryan Lee at third base now. Brennan takes outside again. Big sweeper. 2-0 on Peyton Brennan. Ahmed from the stretch 2-0 pitch. Brennan takes outside, ball 3. JP coaching down at third. Cesar Tamayo over at first for the Potters. There's activity in their bullpen once again. Looks like a left-hander this time, and that's ball 4. So Brennan gets the 4-pitch walk. Second one issued by Fareed Ahmed. And that'll bring up Nolan Wilson, who has struck out and grounded to shortstop for the Potters, the first baseman out of Roseville, California. Hitting .308 coming in. Has a home run, has driven in 6 runs. Also scored 8 runs as a Potter, has Nolan Wilson. That's a fastball in the inside corner. That's in there for a strike at 82 from Ahmed. 0-1. Activity in both bullpens, it looks like, out here. There goes the runner. It pitches outside. It's going to be a tough throw from Payne, and he's going to throw it. It's going to be backed up, and it goes all the way into center field, and Brennan is going to make it to third. Good throw by Thompson, and Brennan's in standing up. So a stolen base and an error, and that gets Brennan to third base with nobody out. Third error for the Legends. And that was a situation where it was the pitch took the catcher outside. He tried to make the throw across his body and couldn't make it in time and accurately. So Brennan alertly gets up and goes to third and is there with nobody out. And Wilson now, I think that was a ball, so it should be 2-1. They move the infield in, and Wilson hits it high up in the air to right field. Snitko going into the bullpen after it, and it is just a foul ball. So we'll go to 1-2 now on Nolan Wilson. 0 for 2 so far in this one. Infield is in. Justin Still loosening up for the Potters in the pen. Wilson swings and misses, strike 3. A big strikeout for Ahmed. 1 out now here in the sixth inning, and that'll bring up Chase Weisenborn, who's doubled and grounded to third in this one. Hit a ground ball down the first base line, hit the cut out of the infield, and popped over the first baseman's head in the second, and Chase turned it into a double and scored the only run of the ball game. And he's up here with a runner at third right now. Swinging and a miss at an off-speed pitch, 75. Ahmed keeping them off balance, and he's ahead in the count 0-1. Through the drawn-in infield, Lee, Zertucci, Quinn, and Tolbert all moved up to cut off that run at third base. That sails outside. Evens the count at 1. Chase followed by Tyler Garrity in the order tonight. Chase batting in the 6th spot, playing in the 6th spot at shortstop. Swing and a miss, another breaking ball by Ahmed. Very effective, 1 ball and 2 strikes. He has now struck out 4, walked 2. Potters with a golden chance with a runner at third, nobody out. Now 1 out and an 0-2 count on Weisenborn. Fouled back to the screen. Make that 1-2 count. Chase steps in again from the right side out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Looking for RBI number 5 on the summer. Would be a big one in this game for the Potters. Outside gets away. Here comes the runner in from third. The throw is going to be too late. Potters score. So Payne Brennan scores on the wild pitch. Potters have scored 2 runs today, both on wild pitches. They lead it now 2-0. And it's a full count 3-2 on Chase Weisenborn. Still 1 out in the inning. Little blooper down to third base. Lee's coming in, and he's going to make the catch. How about chest high on the run for the 2nd out? So 2 away here in the 6th, and that'll bring up Tyler Garrity, who has struck out and grounded to second base. Tyler from the University of Kansas and Seneca, Kansas. 6-footer, 200 pounds. Right-handed hitter steps in. Takes that one down low. Looks like Mickey Radanovich is warming up for the Legends in their pen. Ahmed, pretty successful so far. He's got 4 strikeouts. That's in the dirt. 2-0 on Garrity. If Tyler gets on, then Ben Romano would be next. So still in the bullpen for the Potters. Radanovich for the Legends as we are in the bottom of the 6th. A little bit outside. 3-0 on Tyler. I must say the cowbell representation has been very good today. Sunday night crowd just kind of hanging out. Weather's getting a little bit nicer. Ball 4. So that's the 3rd walk given up by Ahmed. And he will now face Ben Romano. Garrity likes to run at first base. Let's see if JP has him on the move here against the left-handed pitcher. Romano was struck out and flied to right. So he is 0 for 2. That one just misses the outside corner. 1-0. Not a very big lead, but there he goes. It's an inside pitch, so there won't be a throw. So twice now the Potters have stolen on pitches that were very difficult for Ethan Payne to get a hold of, and Garrity is at second base. 2-ball, no strike count. We're going to have a timeout here as the Legends manager is going to go out, our pitching coach is going to go out and talk to his pitcher, Farid Ahmed, and try to keep him going. We'll step away for about 30 seconds here. We're in the bottom of the sixth, and the Potters have a 2-0 lead.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on.
After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, bum.
I think the people in that Farmers commercial just need to lose it once and just all of them just drive into each other and let J.K. Simmons figure that out. 2-0 on Ben Romano. The meeting is over, of course, and here's Ahmed's pitch. That is on the outside corner for a strike, 2-1. That one at 82 miles an hour from Farid Ahmed. The second pitcher for the Legends tonight. Kevin Pence went the first 4 innings, gave up 4 hits and 1 run. And then Farid Ahmed came in the fifth. Here's the pitch. It is down low. 3-1. Cade Sanchez to follow for the Potters, who have 4 hits in this game, none since the third inning. They bunched 3 hits in that inning and had a runner thrown out at home. That's fouled off by Romano. Inside pitch, he kind of saw it out. Headed to his right, back against the backstop. So it's a full count now on Ben Romano. Josh Quinn is playing close up to second base to try to keep the runner, Tyler Garrity, a little bit close here on a 3-2 pitch. See if Ben can use that hole at second base and put it through there. That's outside ball 4, and Garrity did go. That not surprising that Tyler's taken off. He's over to third base now. And a base on balls to Romano brings up Cade Sanchez. And when you've scored both of your runs on wild pitches, getting a runner to third is a good idea. And Tyler does the job. A strikeout and a ground out for Cade Sanchez so far. 15 runs batted in, looking for another one. And before that happens, Ethan Payne's going to go out and talk to his pitcher. And they might be talking about what might happen if Ben Romano takes off from first base. So maybe they'll get the infielders involved in that one as well. Michael Singleton now is up and throwing for the Legends. Headed for George Fox University, a right-hander. Here's Sanchez. Potters need a big hit here. They're getting a lot of free base runners here. They need to put a big hit on them and make it hurt. Luke Odden on deck. Sanchez just the man to do it. Cade out of Houston, Texas. Let's see what Romano does over at first. Is now Ahmed. They just had a conversation, but he can't get the sign that he wants. Outside for a ball. 1-0 on Cade. Jones McCoy has lost his mind. We've done 4 games in 4 nights. Is that the problem? Because you've kind of lost it. He's like tapping his wrist, like he's taking his own pulse or something. I don't know what he's doing. I'm worried about him. Very worried. Outside again, 2-0 on Cade Sanchez. And now I think we might have a pitching change. Yeah, I think we're going to see Michael Singleton as here comes the manager. with a 2-0 count. So we'll step away and come back with the identity of the new pitcher, although we suspect it's Mr. Singleton, but we'll corroborate that when we come back. Potter's leading it now 2-0.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends.
Hey, dueling that to the Dueling Dogs commercial, but we got ball game, so we got to come back. Michael Singleton, the new pitcher out of George Fox University, inherits a 2-0 count on Cade Sanchez. And that one is in there for a strike at 84, 2-1. He also inherits a runner at first. That is Ben Romano. A runner at third is Tyler Garrity. And there are 2 outs here in the 6th. Potters lead it 2-0. Inside and high, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. High and inside again, ball 4. So Sanchez, the walk is completed, probably charged to a med. Bases are loaded now. That is the 4th walk of the inning for the Potters. And here's Luke Auden. Luke has walked, singled, and walked. Already with an on-base percentage over 600, he's not doing it any harm today with 3 for 3. And now he's got the bases loaded. Left-hander who's hitting at .333. That's outside for a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. 1-1. Singleton, big right-hander, looks in, gets the sign. He's from the windup with the bases loaded. Outside, 2-1. Potters at every base. 2 outs here in the 6th. Fouled out of play, so we'll go 3 balls and 2 strikes. Let's check that. Usually my Stone scoreboard is correct. I thought I saw 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. Okay, there you go. Well, I'm seeing things. It's the moon. I told you. Don't doubt me. Don't doubt me. 3-2. The gravitational pull knocked that one out of the strike zone. I believe all that stuff now. Here comes the 3-2. Runners moving. Inside call, strike 3. So no runs, no hits, 3 left. We go to the 7th. Potters lead at 2-0.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at R.C. Willey.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PFAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Hello, everybody. It's the top of the 7th. We are just having a great time talking about scoring decisions and everything up here in the booth. As we move to that top of the 7th, Justin Still is our new pitcher for the Potters out of Chandler, Arizona, the left-hander from the University of New Mexico. He will face Alex Tolbert, Josh Quinn, and Jackson Snitko for the Legends. Fifth appearance of the season for Justin. First pitch is swung on and missed. Alex Tolbert lined out to third in the second, struck out in the 4th. So he is 0 for 2. Right-handed hitter from the University of Jamestown, although he is entered into the portal. So he will be at a different place. That fastball is down low. 1-1. One ball, one strike, still from the windup, I think. Yeah, here we go. Rock and fire, we used to call that. Swing and a miss again. 1-2. Top of the 7th, Potters lead 2-0. Both runs scoring on wild pitches. As Still gets ready for the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Nolan Wilson down at first, Cade Sanchez at second, Chase Weisenborn the shortstop, Luke Ouden at third. Here's the 2-2. Popped up right side out of play. Out and left, Zach Chamiso, Tyler Garrity in center, Ben Romano in right. Behind the plate, Garrett Forrester. Our DH today is Peyton Brennan for the Potters. And Justin Still on the mound. He is the 5th pitcher for the Potters. That's fouled away again. Good fastball at 89. Tolbert ready for that one. O'Haron went the first 3, gave up 1 hit, 5 strikeouts. Then Bell, Kelly, and Martin all pitched an inning apiece. Bell gave up a hit. He had 2 strikeouts. No other hits were allowed. Swing and a miss. Took something off that one to Justin Still. A very impressive job. Got the strikeout of Tolbert. 1 out, and Josh Quinn comes to the plate. Struck out and popped out for Josh Quinn. As Garrett Forster goes out to talk to Justin Still. Maybe he got crossed up a little bit there. So here's Josh Quinn. Came in at 308. Was 0 for 3 in last night's game. 0 for 2 tonight so far. Out of Cal Lutheran, the sophomore. Now the umpire's going to go out and say, hey, we made it to the 7th inning. You guys can chat later. You know, there's a dugout. You can talk over there if you want to. Probably have Insta. Hit each other up on Insta. MySpace, probably not. I'm thinking not MySpace. TikTok you can try, but you got to do dance. Maybe I should be on TikTok after my dancing prowess. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Because I hear the dancing of that caliber finds home on TikTok. That's what I hear. That's what the kids are telling me. Oh, that's great. Thanks, Stones. Really glad to hear that. A lot of nice snippets from last night. That was not one of them. That's high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Josh Quinn. Jackson Snitko, the right fielder, to follow. That was a nice-looking pitch right there, outside corner at the knees at 87, 1-2. Beautiful night right now for baseball. Everybody here everybody laughed at them 2.5 hours ago, and they are living the best life right now. Beer sales still open until after the bottom of the 7th, so everybody's feeling it. I thought it was in there, but it's a ball. It gets away from Garrett Forster. Good-looking pitch by Still at 89, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Willie calls for the Cowbells, and again, good representation. There's the unofficial mayor of Lincoln, Ray Garcia, down there, checking things out, not using his cowbell. Sales high and outside, 3-2 on Quinn. Potters with 1 in the first, or 1 in the second, 1 in the 6th. Here's the pitch. Inside. I think he called it a strike. The throw to first base is going to be too late. Well, he'd have to, or else it would have been a walk. So he had, it looked like he made the safe call, like it was a strike, but he was not out because the ball got away, and he'll be going down to first base. So it's going to go down as a strikeout and an error on the catcher. So Quinn's down at first base, and here's Jackson Snitko. Good lead over at first base by Quinn. Snitko hitting from the right side, takes that one in there for a strike. Jackson, a switch hitter. Hitting from the right side, I think, for the first time tonight. 0-1 pitch. Inside, good scoop by Garrett Forster. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rowan Felch, the designated hitter, scheduled next after Snitko. Good lead at first. There he goes. 1-1 pitch is outside. The ball gets away, and safe at second base is Quinn. And now it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Jackson Snitko. And Quinn at second base. He went head first into second base. Had he stayed up, he probably would have been able to turn it and go to third, perhaps. But better safe than sorry. Activity in the Potters bullpen, nothing happening for the Legends right now. They just brought in Singleton last inning. 2-1 pitch, grounded foul over by the dugout of the Menlo Park Legends. Evens the count up at 2-2. O'Haron started with 3 innings, then Logan Bell, Grant Kelly, and Devin Martin an inning apiece, and now Justin Still is in here. That's in the dirt, blocked by Forrester, but the runner's going to advance anyway, and the throw is late. And going to third is Josh Quinn. So full count on the hitter, and Josh Quinn now over at third base. Potters off tomorrow, and then the big 4th of July on Tuesday, 6:05 first pitch, Jersey auction, fireworks. It's all happening out here. If you can't be here, check us out on our YouTube channels. That's high for a ball. And Snitko gets the base on balls, first and third, one out, and brings up Rowan Felsch. Or at least it's scheduled to. Looks like that's what's going to happen. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound, and we'll step away for just a second here. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Potters holding a 2-0 lead.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
Meeting at the mound is over. Rowan Felsch comes up to the plate and still on the mound, first and third. First pitch is high for a ball. Quinn at third and Snitko now over at first base. Felsch, the number 9 hitter in the order, which means Hunter Friedberg, the leadoff man, is on deck. Home plate umpire is going to, I think we're going to have a pinch runner over at first base.
Pinch runner number 3.
Looks like number 3, that's Cooper Winton.
Pinch running for the Legends on first base, Cooper Winton.
So Winton comes on for Snitko to run. 1 ball and no strikes on Rowan Felsch. Out of the College of San Mateo. 176 for the summer for the left-handed hitter. Swinging and a miss right down the middle at 85, so it evens the count at 1-1. Still struck out Tobert to start the inning, and then he struck out Quinn, but he reached when the catcher Forster couldn't handle the third strike. Quinn is stole second, moved to third, and a walk to Snitko. Winton runs for him, and that's where we are. And they're throw over to first base, and they might got him. They did get him at first base. So the pinch runner is picked off by Justin Still. So 2 outs now. Just froze him. Perfect throw, and the tag was applied by Nolan Wilson. 2 outs now, but still at third is Josh Quinn. And a 1 ball, 1 strike count on Rowan Felsch. And I guess, yeah, technically it's still the 7th inning, so you can still do the Dueling Dogs 50% off if you were to strike out Mr. Felsch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2/3 of the way. More importantly, getting out of the inning, which would be big for the Potters. And the Dogs begin to bark it 1-2. Time is asked for. Still 1-2. I'm worried about you, Stones. I'm very worried about you. 1-2 pitch. Call strike 3, 50% off. Woohoo! After 6.5, Potters lead it 2-0.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the seventh, Zach Chamiso, Garrett Forrester, Peyton Brennan, 2, 3, and 4 against Michael Singleton, the third pitcher for the Menlo Park Legends. Kevin Pence went the first 4 innings, then Farida Med went an inning and 2/3. And Singleton came in to bail him out of the 6th inning, got the strikeout of Luke Auden with the bases loaded. And here's Chamiso. Zach is hit to a fielder's choice, flied to center, and reached on an error, so he is 0 for 3 in this one. Potters have some activity in their pen. Legends have somebody standing in their pen, but I don't know if it's exactly activity. And there we go. Now we're getting somebody out. So Singleton to Chamiso to open up the 7th, bottom of the 7th. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Hopefully people taking advantage of the 50% off Dueling Dogs down at the Brick and Barrel backyard. From the strikeout in that 7th inning of the dog batter. High fly ball, left field, foul ball. Everybody giving chase. It will not be caught as it's over on the grassy knoll over there. 1 ball and 1 strike on Zach Chamiso. Out of Lincoln High School, the Fighting Zebras and Sierra College headed to UC Riverside, which he informed us are the Highlanders. And that's a bear, he said. So hopefully they got some good merch. We'll have to check that out. He's followed by Garrett Forrester and then Peyton Brennan. Although it's going to be Luke Lavin batting for Garrett Forrester. Outside for a ball. Here's Singleton's next pitch to Zach. Popped out of play again. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Chamiso. So Luke Lavin on deck. The freshman headed towards Stanford University out of Laguna Beach, California. But first it's Zach Chamiso here in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch got him on strikes. So 1 out here for the Potters in the 7th. That brings up the pinch hitter Luke Lavin. Luke came on late last night and had an RBI double back in the 5th inning, so he was 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored in that one. He's up here with nobody on, and 1 out in the 7th. Left-hand hitting catcher up here to hit for Forrester. He has to tell the umpire who has to write in his little book. I respect that. Here's Singleton. Lavin swings and misses. Pulled the string on him to go out ahead 0-1 on Luke. Peyton Brennan to follow the DH. Lavin will come in behind the plate for the Potters in the top of the 8th inning. Fastball just misses the outside corner. Evens it up 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Another off-speed pitch. 1-2 on Luke. So far, the Potters just 4 hits in this game. Both of their runs, we said, scored on wild pitches. Legends have 2 hits. Outside for a ball. 2-2 on Luke Lavin. We're in number 26 for the Potters, who have tomorrow off until returning 6:05 on Tuesday for the big 4th of July matchup with the Bay Area Admirals. That's lined out to right field. Coming on is a right fielder who makes the catch. That is Cooper Winton out there. And Lavin lines out to right field for the second out. And that will bring up Peyton Brennan. Thought that was going to have a little topspin on it, and it did a little bit as Winton had it, and then he had to go down almost on one knee to make the catch in right field. So 2 outs, and here's Brennan, who struck out, singled, and walked. Stole the base in the 6th after the walk, went to third on an error, and scored on a wild pitch. So Peyton has scored one of the 2 runs the Potters have. Chase Weisenborn has the other. That was back in the 2nd inning. Peyton had 400 before today's activity, 2 home runs and 4 runs batted in. Check swing down the first baseline. Tobert's on it. It's going to be tough play, though, because Peyton's going to beat everybody there. It's an infield single for Peyton Brennan. It may not have been the most excuse-me hit he's gotten in his career, but he'll take it. He is down at first base. That is the 5th hit for the Potters, and that brings up Nolan Wilson. He was struck out twice and grounded to shortstop. So Nolan looking for his first hit of the ball game. As Brennan just beat that one out, and nothing Tolbert could do. He had to go after it. There was no way that the second baseman, Quinn, was going to be able to come over and get it, and it was way past the pitcher. So it's all Alex could do is come and pick it up. See if Brennan taken off. Breaking ball's popped out of play by Nolan Wilson. So it's 0-1 on the product out of Roseville. Playing first base for the Potters today. Came in with an average of .308 this summer. Chase Weisenborn to follow Nolan Wilson. 2 outs here in the 7th. Outside for a ball. Flagged down by Ethan Payne. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brennan at first with the infield single. Short lead by Peyton. Singleton looks him over. Comes to the plate, chopped out to third base. Ryan Lee has it on the hop. Across the diamond and has him at first base. So Wilson is out 5-3. End of the inning after the Potters score 1, they leave 1. We go to the 8th, they lead it 2-0.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the 8th, Potters ahead 2-0. Eric Vassar, the new pitcher. Eric making his 7th appearance of the season. 12 1/3 innings, strikeout 17, and he's walked 8, given up 12 hits. So he will take the mound and face the top of the order for the Legends. Eric Vassar out of Carmichael, California, Sac City College. 6'3". The 6th pitcher for the Potters. Only Taryn O'Haron has gone more than 1 inning. He went the first 3, gave up a hit, a walk, and struck out 5. So here's Vassar taking on Hunter Friedberg, the leadoff hitter, then Noah Zertucci and Nick Thompson. Friedberg has struck out twice and grounded to first. So he is 0 for 3 after going 3 for 3 last night. Just 2 hits for the Legends so far through the first 7 innings in this one. First pitch is down low for a ball, so it's 1-0. Vassar's next pitch is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 0. 2-0 pitch is in there for a call strike. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Friedberg, opening up the top of the 8th here with the Potters clinging to that 2-0 lead. Left-hand hitting outfielder Friedberg takes outside for a ball. Playing in left field today for the Menlo Park Legends. 3-1. That one is in there for a strike. Friedberg went to throw his bat to the dugout like it was ball 4. I don't know if he heard the umpire say something or he just thought it may be a strike. But he kind of froze in mid-throw, so he's up there with a 3-ball, 2-strike count now. That's outside for a ball. So he gets the base on balls. And that'll bring up Noah Zertucci, the shortstop.
Number 30, shortstop, Noah Zertucci.
Noah so far has been hit by a pitch. He's fly deep to center and he's walked. So he's 0 for 1 in this one, but on base twice. Left-hand hitting shortstop. With Friedberg over at first base. Fastball inside corner, strike at 86 for Eric Vassar. Fifth free pass given up by the Potters today. That one is a nice looking pitch in there for a strike. Look like it might be high and settled right into the zone. 0-2 on Noah Zertucci. Nick Thompson on deck, the center fielder. Friedberg staying close, at least now, over at first base. Here's the 0-2. Hit right where he wanted to hit, right on the outside corner, so it was ball, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Inside. Nice play back there by the new catcher. That's Luke Lavin. 2-2 now. Friedberg with a little bit bigger lead over at first base. 2-2 pitches hit sharply. That's into right field for a base hit. Friedberg's going to stop at second, I think, as Romano picks it up. But a ground ball that found the right spot, right between first and second. It's a single for Zertucci. 2 on, nobody out here. That's the 3rd hit for the Legends tonight. That brings up Nick Thompson. Center fielder is struck out, grounded out, and hit into a fielder's choice. Looks like John Stevens is warming up for the Legends. Potters, nobody's throwing, but there's a couple of people stretching out there. And a big spot here is moving in at third is Auden, in case Thompson wants to put one down. Wilson playing behind the runner at first base. So Thompson 0 for 3 so far in this one. Nobody out here. Swings and misses. Big cut at a fastball, 86. So he wasn't trying to drop that one down. He was trying to hit that one out. Ethan Payne on deck. Vassar quickly working from the stretch. Fastball's inside. Lavin with the catch. Keeps it from going to the backstop, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike now on Nick Thompson. Friedberg walked to open the inning, then a single by Zertucci. Runners at first and second. That's fouled back to the screen and narrowly misses the Stones Radio Network's camera, which, causes, kind of skipped heartbeats there a little bit. But doesn't seem, nothing's wavering, so that's always a telltale sign. 1-2 on Thompson. Cowbells are out in force. Fastball just misses that outside corner. Good spot. Didn't get the call. 2-2 on Nick Thompson. Nobody out here in the 8th. 3-2. Sails high with an 86-mile-an-hour fastball. So one pitch away from loading the bases with nobody out here. Cowbells are a-ringing, and it's a full count. Let's see if the runners are going with nobody out. They are, and it's fouled out of play. So both Friedberg and Zertucci on the move there on the full count pitch. And Thompson spoils the fastball, so he's still up there at full count. Nobody out here in the 8th. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. A nice fastball. 87. Big out right there for Eric Vassar. Now he's got Ethan Payne, who came in for Jacob Frost back in the 6th inning. So Payne steps in, right-handed hitter against the right-hander Vassar. There goes the runners, and ball gets all the way through to the backstop. So it's 2nd and 3rd now for the Legends, and a 1-ball, no-strike count on Ethan Payne. Let's see how the Potters play it. Infield regular depth here. Payne batted in the 6th and grounded out, so he is 0 for 1. Takes that one in there for a strike. Vassar up to 88 miles an hour on the fastball. Even in the count, 1-1. Ryan Lee, the third baseman, the number 5 hitter on deck. Right now it's all about Ethan Payne for the Potters. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. That's chopped foul, so 2 strikes now on Ethan Payne. Freshman from Cal State Dominguez Hills. Looks like he's going to Kenyatta College, according to my roster here. So 1-2. Breaking balls. Nice job saving that one for Ethan Payne as he reached down and spoiled it. Popped it back over the backstop. So it's still 1-2 on the right-hand hitting catcher. Reminder, Potters in action Tuesday, 6:05, 4th of July Spectacular. That's grounded out towards second base. Sanchez is going to get it. He's going to allow the run to score and get the runner out at first, which he does, but also moves Zertucci over to third. So Friedberg scores. It's an RBI ground out for Payne. First run for the Legends, and they have the tying run 90 feet away as Ryan Lee comes to the plate. Double back in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th, and grounded out in the 6th. So Ryan is 1 for 3. Payne hung tough there and got the ball in play. There's a swing and a miss coming almost all the way down the line is Zertucci. Payne put it in play, and that's all he had to do to get the run across. Cuts the lead in half. 0-1 pitch. Line drive into right center field. That is down for a base hit, and this game is tied. So Lee delivers the RBI single, his 2nd hit of the game. Scoring is Zertucci. And the Legends have scored twice on 2 hits in the 8th inning, and this game is tied at 2. And Alex Tolbert coming to the plate. Now we've got a pinch hitter. I think it's Danny Peters. So Danny Peters is going to bat for Alex Tolbert. So Peters comes in for Tolbert. Alex was 0 for 3, had 1 line drive, and struck out twice. So here's Peters, who has had a couple hits against the Potters already this season. He was 1 for 3 in last night's game with a double and a run scored. Big right-handed hitter out of San Francisco State, although he also in the portal, according to my roster here. A lot of portals going around everywhere. And Lee over at first base. Fastball on the corner, good pitch at 87, 0-1. Oh and 1 to Danny Peters. That one's fouled back. 0-2. So Ciccolello is warming up, Vincent, for the Potters in the pen. Right-hander out of UC Riverside. Might see him in the 9th inning. But first, we're still in the 8th inning. 0-2 pitch coming up. Peters takes down low at the third of second base in the tag, and he is in there, a stolen base. And it was almost like Potters thought it was strike three and woke up a little too late to the fact that Ryan Lee was going. And so he's now at second base, a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Danny Peters. Vassar comes set. Here it is. Breaking ball, little looper out towards center field, going out, coming in. It's down in front of Garrity. Tyler gets the throw to the home plate on the hop, the tag, and he is safe. The ball gets away. So scoring is Ryan Lee on the single. I had him at home plate, it looked like, but the ball was not held cleanly, and it's a single, and the run scores in 3-2 in favor of the Legends. 3 runs on 3 hits, a couple of key base hits right there for Ryan Lee and for Danny Peters, and that stolen base comes up important in that one. And that'll bring up, I believe, Ryan Farr is going to come up and bat for Josh Quinn. But before that, we're going to have a meeting at the mound. And we're going to step away for just a couple of seconds. Right now, we're in the top of the 8th, and the Legends have taken a 3-2 lead.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Back to the action in the top of the 8th. We're going to have a pinch hitter. I believe that'll be Ryan Farr out of Cal Lutheran coming up to hit for Josh Quinn. So everything is ready. The umpire's written them down in his little book, and we are ready to go. 3 straight RBIs for the Legends. They've taken the 3-2 lead, and they have Peters at first base. First pitch is high to Ryan Farr. Ryan was 0 for 3 in last night's game. (1-0) coming up. It is in there for a call strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on Ryan Farr. RBIs this inning for Ethan Payne, for Ryan Lee, and for Danny Peters. That's chopped down to third. It's a fair ball, handled at third by Auden across the diamond, and he got him at first. So 3 runs on 3 hits. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and the Legends have taken the lead 3-2.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PFAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the 8th, Michael Singleton still out on the mound for the Legends. They now have the 3-2 lead, and we now have a new hitter, Brandon Forrester, batting here in the inning. A breaking ball's in there for a strike, batting for Chase Weisenborn, who was 1 for 3 with a run score while he was in there. It's like maybe Justin Olson out on deck to bat for Garrity. That one to the line drive into right field. That's down for a base hit. So brilliant managing by JP. He puts Forrester in there, who promptly lines a base hit to right field. So that's Ben Higdon. So Ben Higdon comes up to bat for Garrity. Tyler was 0 for 2, had a couple stolen bases in this one. But here's Ben Higdon. 3 home runs and 9 runs batted in for Ben out of Paducah, Kentucky, and the University of Kentucky. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander Singleton. Now Forrester at first base, and Brandon almost a threat to steal with 10 stolen bases on the season. So Ruben Church has come out to bat for Romano on deck. So here's Higdon. Lee at third, playing for the sacrifice. The fastball is right in there at 82 for a strike. So Ryan will move back a step perhaps at third base. Guarding against the sacrifice bunt. Higdon with 3 home runs on the season. 0-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball. 0-2. So Singleton pumps 2 fastballs in there, and he is ahead in the count, 0-2. Fouled out of play by Ben Higdon, wearing number 20 for the Potters in their summer jerseys. Oh and 2 on Higdon. Forrester at first base. Let's see if Brandon decides to take off. He does not. Higdon takes high and outside. Not an easy take, but a good one by Ben. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield is deep and a little bit around to the right for Higdon. Breaking ball's chopped back to the pitcher. He's going to have to go to first, I think, and he drops the ball, and everybody's safe. Forrester's thinking about going to third, but he's not going to because they woke up the pitcher. He was going to have to go to first, and so he kind of hurried it a little bit. Forrester is now at second. It's an error on the pitcher. Higdon at first. 4th error for the Legends. 2 on and nobody out, and here is Ruben Church hitting, and now we're going to have a meeting at the mound for the Legends, so we'll step away as we often do for a couple seconds of respite. Bottom of the 8th, Potters with 2 on, but they trail by 1.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Meeting is over at the mound. Ruben Church is the new hitter. Out of Maryville, Tennessee, in the University of Kentucky. I've never seen that before. Never saw his hometown. Now we know. Nobody out, 2 on. Swing and a miss, soft speed pitch. Ethan Payne's going to go out and talk to Singleton. Justin Olson has moved on to on deck to bat for Cade Sanchez. I don't know that Justin will go out and play second base, though. We'll have to see about that. I would kind of like to see that myself. He would probably like to do it. So there you go. 0-1 on Ruben. Shortstop keeping him close at second. Look out. Almost got Ruben Church. When I said look out, I should have said let it hit you. He got away. Very nimbly got out of the way of that one. So Zertucci playing very close to second base to keep the runner close, and hopefully Ruben can take advantage of that hole between third and short. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. Good-looking pitch by Singleton at 83, and he's ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Higdon over at first base. Now 1-2 on Reuben Church. Outside, 2-2. Ethan Payne behind the plate. Lee at third, Zertucci at short, Farr at second, Peters at first. Friedberg, Thompson, and Winton in the outfield for the Menlo Park Legends. 2-2 coming up to Reuben Church. High and inside, ball 3. So Forrester dancing around at second base, trying to distract the pitcher, perhaps having that effect. Nobody in the Legends bullpen right now as the count is full, 3-2. Let's see if Forrester's going on the 3-2 pitch. He's being held pretty close by the shortstop. That's grounded foul just past third base. So Church all over that fastball, but got ahead of it a little bit too much. It would have been trouble had it been fair, but it is not fair. Potters have someone warming up in the pen. Ciccolello. Very nice. Here's the 3-2 pitch. High, ball 4. Good take by Reuben Church. It'd been easy to go after that one, and he didn't. Loads the bases. Nobody out, and here's Justin Olson. Batting for Cade Sanchez. Cade was 0 for 2 while he was in there. Out of Austin Peay University and Colorado Springs, Colorado, Mr. Justin Olson, who has 3 home runs for the Potters also this summer. And I can barely say that if he hits another one, I can make him player of the game. I mean, I don't want to put any undue pressure on the young lad, but I don't think he really worries about it. Luke Odden on deck, so no pinch hitter there. I think we've run out of him. Infield is in for the Legends. Olson takes a fastball in the inside corner for a strike. 0-1 on Justin Olson. Potters would like to get a win to make it 4 in a row and send them into the second half of the CCL season with some momentum. Here's the pitch. Justin takes inside for a ball. 1-1. Olson wearing number 25, 6'3", as we said, out of Colorado Springs and Austin Peay University. Now there's activity in the pen for the Legends. They just got up because they heard us talking about it. 1-1 pitch. High fly ball right field. It'll be deep enough to get the run in. Winton is going to come in on it now as it's a little shorter. He makes the catch. Here comes the throw. It's going to be cut off, and the run scores, and this game is tied. Brandon Forrester looked like he was a kid having fun in a slip and slide as he goes head first across home plate. And Olson delivers the sacrifice fly. But for the Legends, importantly, they keep the other 2 runners where they are, so still at first and second. Now it is 3-3, and here is Luke Odden. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound again as the Legends are going to bring in a new pitcher. So we'll have the identity of that fellow in just a minute. We think it's going to be number 34, John Stevens, but we can't confirm that until we come back from this break with the Potters and the Legends tied at 3.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
No, but I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on.
After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
John Stevens, the new pitcher, the high school senior from Mountain House High School, headed for Ohlone College, will come on and face Mr. Luke Odden, who will bat from the right side. He has walked, singled, walked, and struck out so far in this one. He's got a runner at first. He's got a runner at second, and just one out here in the eighth of a tie game. Stevens, a left-hander. Here's the pitch. Inside. Nice block by Ethan Payne. Easily could have been Potters on second and third if that would have worked out differently. So 1 ball and no strikes on Luke. Zach Chamiso scheduled next for the Potters, the Lincoln High product. That fastball is inside. 2-0 on Luke. Came in with a .333 average and a .600 on-base percentage. Has 4 runs batted in for the Potters this summer. Cowbells are working good. Here's the pitch. That is on the inside corner. I kind of suspected that for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike on Luke. JP is talking to the umpire and that he is not going to take any more. 2-1. 2-0 pitch, a little bit too far inside for their tastes, but it is 2-1. That is inside ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Higdon at second, Church over at first. Potters have scored 1 in the inning to tie the game at 3. And a 3-ball, 1 strike count on Luke Odden. The new pitcher is John Stevens, 4th pitcher. Penn started, then Ahmed, Singleton, and Stevens. Here's the 3-1 from the left-hander. Inside, ball 4. So Odden reaches base yet again. That's the 4th time he's been on base today. Loads the bases. As Higdon moves down to third, over to second goes Reuben Church. And it's time for Zach Chamiso, the Lincoln High product, to come to the plate. Loves playing in front of the home fans. Headed to UC Riverside in the fall. Product of Lincoln High School and Sierra College, where he was a community college All-American this year. As Sierra had a tremendous season. He talked about it in the interview the other day. Just the best time he's ever had, the most fun he's ever had. Infield double play depth in the middle. In at the corners. The fastball is on the corner. It's a strike. 0-1 on Chamiso. Ethan Payne going to get that pitch and that ball and switch it out for another one. So the corners are in for the Legends. The second and short are in double play position. And Chamiso's up here with a no-ball, 1 strike count. 1 out here in the 8th. The Potters have scored once. They've tied it at 3. That's high for a ball. 1-1 on Chamiso. Tuesday, 6:05. Fireworks, jersey auction, baseball against the Admirals. And on Thursday, 6:35, the Admirals are back in. That's a Thirsty Thursday. I'm going to throw that in there. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Good take by Zach Chamiso. Putting the pressure on Stevens to throw him something. There's the fireworks. You can see the fireworks, the little display that Jones somehow put on there. Special jersey auction, 6:05 first pitch, Bay Area Admirals, the CCL foe. So it's a big game in the standings, and it's a big game for Lincoln. As 4th of July, we really celebrated around here. Chamiso lines one into left field. That is down for a base hit. Here comes one run. Here comes the second one. The third one coming around. They're going to send him as well. The relay throw to the plate. Slides. He's in there. It's a 3-run double for Chamiso, and the Potters have taken a 6-3 lead. Hometown boy makes good. I call him Zach of all trades, and I think it comes through here as he comes through for the Potters and picks up 3 big RBIs. Here comes Luke Lavin. Lavin was came on for Forrester and lined out for his only appearance so far. Luke Odd coming all the way around from first and beating the relay throw to score the third run. So the Potters have scored four times here in the inning. They lead at 6-3. And here is Luke Lavin in there for a strike. 0-1. Chamiso getting a good lead off second. Lavin takes out. Nice block by Ethan Payne, keeping that one from going back to the backstop. And so 1-1 strike count on Luke Lavin. He's followed by Peyton Brennan, the designated hitter. Still just one out here in the inning. The Potters have scored 4 times, 3 of them on the bases clearing double by Mr. Zach Chamiso. There's a chopper down the first base line, foul. One and two on Luke. Check swing, and he went around. That's going to be strike 3. Tagged out by Payne. So Lavin is down on strikes. 2 outs, and here's Brennan. Payton has singled twice. He's walked. He struck out. So he's been on base 3 out of 4 times. Stole a couple of bases. Scored a run. Been busy, for a DH. He's keeping busy. That one is a little bit outside and low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Potters have scored 4 times here in the 8th. They've taken the 6-3 lead. The big blow, the 3-run double by Zach Chamiso. Fastball's in there for a strike. 1-1 on Peyton Brennan out of Rockland, California, and University of California at Los Angeles. That one's in the dirt. Another good stop by Ethan Payne. 2-1. Left-hander against left-hander here in the bottom of the 8th. That one is on the corner for a strike. 2-2 to Peyton Brennan. Penn started, then Ahmed, Singleton, and now Stevens for the Bay Area Legends, or Menlo Park Legends, whichever one you want to call them. Big breaking ball misses outside, 3-2. Bay Area Admirals are coming in on Tuesday. Menlo Park Legends are in today. Just got to keep that straight. Don't mix that up. Don't put peanut butter in my chocolate because that messes you up. Although that sounds really good right now. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. So Potter strike for 4. The big one, the 3-run double by Chamiso. They go to the top of the 9th leading at 6-3.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis. Or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Potters leading at 6-3. We go to the top of the ninth inning. It'll be, I believe, Cooper Winton, then Rowan Felsch, and Hunter Friedberg for the Legends against our new pitcher. That's Vince Ciccolello. He's out of Simi Valley, California, and UC Riverside. So here's Winton, who came on in right field, take over for Snitko back in the 7th inning. Came in as a pinch runner. Now I think we got a ball. It's out of the bullpen there. Or else we forgot to put a right fielder out there. Now we do have one. That's good. That's nice. I'm glad we did that. We had to hold up till we found a right fielder. Do we know how many players we're supposed to have? So Wilson goes to right, and Olson is now at first. That's the problem. We had too many pinch hitters, and Olson hit for Sanchez. That's a fastball in there for a strike, 0-2. At 92 for Vincent Ciccolello. So we have Justin Olson at first. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. Big strikeout for Ciccolello right there. One out, and that'll bring up Rowan Felsch, the designated hitter. So we're assuming that Brandon Forrester is in at shortstop. That's lined out into right field. And it's Church out there making the catch for the second out. So quickly 2 outs here in the 9th inning, and now the Potters trying to nail this one down. Looked a little unlikely for a while there, but they came up with 4 in the 8th. And now it's down to Hunter Friedberg, who has struck out twice, grounded out, and walked. So he is 0 for 3, but did score a run back in the 8th inning. It's in there for a strike on the off-speed pitch at 84 for Vincent Ciccolello. Remember Brock Raggett's talking about him a couple of weeks ago, mentioning him as an unsung star on the staff that hasn't really got the innings, but now he's starting to. It is inside. I was willing that to be a strike, but the will just isn't there anymore, you know. 1-1. The umpire and I do not have the mind meld thing working. Fastball, outside corner, call strike 2, 1-2. And here he is, the new last strike guy, and he's doing a good job. All right, maybe he's learned. Get it going, last strike guy. Bring him up. Bring him to their feet. 1-2 coming up to Friedberg. Fastball, call strike 3. This one's over. Potters come from behind and get it. A 6-3 win. Ciccolello shuts it down and gets the save in the inning. At Vassar will get the win. Potters, final score, Potters 6 and the Legends 3. We're going to be back with our postgame guests and all kinds of fun right after this on the Stones Radio Networks.
GreekPastramiJerky.com.
And we are back on the post-game show with our player of the game, Mr. Zach Chamiso. Zach, how you doing, man?
Oh, pretty good, fam. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I feel like we're old friends now. I can cut right to the chase. You guys, we were sitting here thinking all night you guys needed something. Finally, the guy to do it was my friend, Jack of all trades, coming through with that big hit.
Yes, sir. Felt great.
And was there looking for anything? I know that you've had a lot of different pitchers. It's not like you can look for a specific pitch, but what's your mindset going up in that situation?
There, I was trying to make an adjustment. Last AB, I was under a lot of stuff, really tried working on top of something, trying to backspin something backside, and that's exactly what happened. I got the pitch low and away and just went with it.
And looked like the dugout pretty happy about that one. It was a little sniping back and forth between these two teams, it seemed like, so a little extra special to put that one on.
Yeah, I felt really good. You know, it's baseball. Guys are competitive out here.
Yeah.
A lot of testosterone running. It's awesome.
That's what I thought. That's what I said. I don't know why no one's listening to me. So how fun is it, Zach, to look forward to Tuesday when you get all the whole city out here? Everybody's out here. It's the 4th of July. This is the place to be, and you're right there center stage.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Nothing like a Lincoln 4th of July. Coming to these games as a kid, being able to finally play in one like I did last year, it's going to be a lot of fun.
And any of your teammates, you trying to school them a little bit? I know they're getting ready. We've had some big crowds out here this summer, but Tuesday is going to be unlike anything else.
Yeah, the boys are ready, you know. It's just playing ball.
Player of the game.
Absolutely right. Zach, thanks so much for joining us. Get over there. Go celebrate with your teammates. Great job. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks again, fam. Love you, boys.
You got it. Zach Chamiso, our player of the game. Zach of all trades, I call him, Stones. We'll be back in just a minute and close this one out before we go to Tuesday night's game. You're watching the post game on the Stones Radio Networks.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Coming up, the Potters Postgame Show brought to you by Sky High Broadband. Get connected with Sky High today. 916-644-3300.
Well, Stones, I had to get my hot dog out of the way so we can have the post-game show. But other than that, everything's going good.
Yeah, I think everything was good. The game was good. Your hot dog was good. It was probably better a few innings ago, but it's still tremendous,
well,
isn't it?
It tastes pretty good after a victory. I'll say that. Whatever it lost was sitting there for a second, and it's Fat Cat, so it doesn't lose anything.
Never loses.
But whenever
anything.
it loses, Zach comes through with the big hit, so that's great for the local fans. That's great for all of us, and that gets us started a little bit because we got to start looking ahead to Tuesday.
Yes.
And we got to get on the right mindset for Tuesday. And this was kind of, as we talked about with Zach a little bit, kind of a back and forth game. That's baseball. We know that. But still, it sounded like everybody want to get everybody on the same page when you're going to the second half of the season.
You do, and you, like you just said, you have 2 games before the second half of the season starts, right? And then you're going to take that All-Star break, and lots of fun things can happen during the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Some guys can fall off a little bit. You know, they have a little too much fun for their little break. Some guys actually really lock in and use that time to really start working on something. It really depends on what the guys focus on during that break. The guys that aren't going to go down to Southern California, what they focus on during the break, we'll see what they do when they come back.
Yeah, the one thing I obviously the Chamiso hit was big. Coming from behind is always big, but for the most part, the pitching lately has been really good for the Potters. I mean, they've been really strong, you know, throwing strikes and everything and getting people out. Chicalello coming on in. I know every time he comes in, I think of Brock talking about him, so I was rooting a little bit extra for him, but that's got to be a good sign when the pitching for the most part has been really strong so far.
Absolutely. I mean, pitching was good tonight. I mean, how many pitches did we have? I think we had 5.
We ran 6 or 7 out there, yeah.
So
we ran 7 out there.
We ended up running 7, and, you know, but again, a collective effort.
Yep.
You know, you had a good start by O'Haron, and we hadn't seen him in a while.
No, he's only pitched twice. This is only the second time he's pitched.
And he's also coming off an injury, so, you know, there's a lot that you got to question that you're not sure what you're going to get out of him. Right. I thought he looked really good tonight, considering. And then you had one guy after another step up and do what they needed to do, keep zeros on that board.
Nice to see Logan Bell come out there throwing well, Grant Kelly as well. So anyway, Potters come up with a win. They win at 6-3. Tuesday, looking forward to it, Stone. 6:05 first pitch.
Oh, yeah.
We're on the air about 5:50. It's against the Admirals. It's a league game. It's the 4th of July. It's the fireworks. It's all happening, and this is the place to see it. If you can't be here, check us out on Stones Radio Networks or Lincoln Potters Baseball YouTube. We thank you for watching tonight. We'll see you next time on the Stones Radio Networks.